matured, and so has MOUZ. This is no longer a sure thing for the reigning major champions. After 7 losses, it's not about the X's and O's, it's about the mentality.
First battle will be done on Nuke. CT star for MOUZ, attack for Vitality. 4 sets of Kevlar, Apex to utilize and equip ZywOo with his signature P250.
Makes sense. Highest remaining T-side pistol player in the tournament. Number 2 overall, just behind MOUZ. And he's been looking sharp with it.
Now surely Torji's aware of what he's looking for. In fact, sometimes he's equipped with the same plan. Doesn't want to give anything away early, and neither to Vitality, not really making too much of an early move.
Yeah, seeing if there's any aggressions as ZywOo will start the search now. Doesn't have the group around him, so he's on a solo mission to open up the account and hopefully draw those rotations. Gets to work on his own timer. As U2 is lobbed forward now for progression.
The one smoke, it's designed to enable this very angle from Torji to not get the info. Apex takes a fight, Torji's attention drawn, ZywOo edges closer to the edge of the smoke. Exertion has the perfect package, the dual Berettas and a double kill. 1 per pistol, ropz and Flamesy, pistol round cancelled by Exertion.
ZywOo's still alive and he's been able to get down to Secret. He isn't going to be able to finish the round 2 unless Mezzy and Apex can get down the vent.
They're going to give it a go. And successful. Descent to B, changing the dialogue. ZywOo on site, he's trying to catch that first rotator, and he does catch a whiff of the tip of the head. Exertion spotted, but not executed. He lives on. Jimmy, in fact, the whole MOUZ squad are going to go for this ramp-centric retake.
Spinks with a late piece through vent. He's going to wait and see if anyone pokes up or late lurk. We know that's not the case. The rest of MOUZ need to pounce first.
Especially considering it's a 10-second defuse. Time-sensitive mission here as ZywOo dipping away, cheeky moves, keeps the doors closed for a moment. Exertion changes that. He's looking for his third. ZywOo does deliver his first, and suddenly a 5v3 goes awkward. It's Mezzy dancing between 2. Spinks finds him, and it will be MOUZ just in time on that bomb.
Okay, that one you can't drop. With Exertion delivering you the double to ramp to start, the plant comes through. That is at least a boon for Vitality, but if MOUZ dropped that one to kick off, it would have been a real nuisance going forward.
I mean, just in time. You saw the defuse, what was left of it.
Yeah, I think it's good. In fact, it's that they stayed together and they grouped up. They didn't get strung out one at a time and overplay their hand with the man advantage, so well done there. They won 4 out of 6 pistols in the group stage game, did MOUZ. There's only 2 for Vitality over the course of the best of 3. And last time, it was in Train first, where MOUZ toppled them 13-3. Nuke up next, 13-8, where we find ourselves now. And then that third map, Inferno, the barn burner, triple OT, 22-19 in favor of MOUZ. Now the bomb goes down. We know what that means. The force spy in. ZywOo gets a Galil, Mezzy as well. Tech 9's for 2 and ropz on the dig. Util available for variations of the smoke wall. And this time the most direct version to get yourself down Secret. Torji, we've blown this one open. Needs to be careful, can't get pipped by a rifle at range.
That's what ZywOo was looking to punish, doesn't find anything initially. Bodies escorted down Secret and approaching Exertion's early rotation. This standoff in yard as we do see battle raging on again with Exertion contributions. Kills coming in pairs. ZywOo, who's added to the naughty list. Good catch from Torji, wins it out. The rifle's not getting anything going. Mezzy and ZywOo with empty hands. Maybe ropz and Flamesy could get a little output.
It's going to be tough to find anything here. You'd hope to humble a couple of rifles. Rounds unwinnable at this point. You see lower as they've got down Secret. A block smoke comes in and Apex tries to play ahead of it. So coming out of the gray screen, Exertion, this is great. And this is one of the names that has gone missing in stage matches previously. And who's a win condition alongside of Spinks in the initial head-to-head in Chengdu. So important that he is going and hot out the gates.
Well, talking of names and hot, I think it was interesting. Chinese nickname for Flames. He's been dubbed Flame Boy. Now, that's because Flame Man was taken. Flamey, of course, beat him to it. But when he's really performing, they like to call him something else. Whoa. Okay, he gets something, does ropz.
Yeah, time's the problem now. Brollan's low, but strong angle. Should be good for 1.
Look at that, perfect from Spinks, and ropz at least getting something from that round. It didn't start like it was going to be anything.
All right.
Or spy fail.
Well, I'm going to see the Deagles come out most likely in a bit of a search from Vitality into round number 3. So should be 3-0 start for MOUZ. Vitality's laboured win yesterday against Astralis. It confirmed their 13th consecutive top 4 tournament placing. It's been quite the year, but the second half has not looked like the first.
Yeah, the stark contrast. You were telling me about that head-to-head when we were first talking about this in the groups. Something ridiculous. Like Vitality 8, MOUZ 2.
Now it's 2-1 for the season. So this is where we see if MOUZ have truly turned a corner, because the stakes being semi-final matchup with the grand final around the corner. MOUZ trophy cabinet, much more empty than that of Vitality's.
And of course, we cannot read their minds, but one can only assume that besting this team that's been so difficult for you to put away ahead of the major, ahead of the end of the season, would do wonders for the mental of MOUZ.
Yeah, well, the thing is, in Cologne, they then went into the final and disappeared, right?
I mean, truly.
So this can't be your victory, right? Beating Vitality can't be the goal. It used to be for every team. But it has to be about continuing that form through and being competitive in the grand final. And that's if they can get there. Because I know Vitality were very unhappy with that group stage loss.
Yeah, Rob's actually giving a very brief interview, but the one quote I pulled from it was that the people are really hungry for revenge. Vitality, I believe he's referencing, really hungry, emphasizing just how much that loss bothered them.
Yeah, and understandably so, right? We'll get into some of the Inferno particulars if we need to get there. These first 2 maps were very one-sided for each team that picked. And right now, MOUZ are off to a good one on their opponent's map choice. So 3-0, relatively unbothered, handling situations well, exertion involved in openings. But now we have rifle round number 1. Looks like a heavy lean towards outside for the attack. Aggressive maneuver. This is going to be jarring to the defense. Exertion, Micah undetected.
Getting surrounded, yeah. Looks like he's going to try and maneuver back.
All right, well, hasn't heard an awful lot either. So being able to read the play behind the smoke will tough for exertion. But with the reposition, can he find anything on the spams?
Oh, yes, he can. It's a bullet from Flamesy's AK. Confirmation of bodies. One less thanks to Spinks and the spam. And Spinks, he's getting cheeky with it. Is he walking the smoke? Oh, my goodness, that's fast. He's going to be going very quick, hot on their heels. That's if Jimmy doesn't beat him to the punch. Gets 2. And the surely Vitality left limping. Mezzy and Rob, sure, you've got Ramp. Mezzy just now starting to tend towards the yard side.
Might have this one, though.
He could catch Spinks on the transition back to main, just misses his window.
Torji in main, Spinks down secret to join Jimmy. And Rob's with the space. He's going to try and pressure B right now. This is to open a door for Mezzy to work, and there's a kill back in. Okay, mission accomplished as far as that's concerned. Brollan, however, has really made life difficult for Rops. Might be the save now for Rops. Might head towards CT spawn and just hold on to this. So 4-0. Vitality yet to get going.
Okay, so pistol, conversions, first gun. That typically is the start to most of those successful stories.
And with Spinks in the pre-game interview alongside of Freya saying, you know, the key to success is going to be causing chaos, and by pathing through that smoke, that's one way to cause some chaos. So you need to take risks. Whether those risks pay off or not is going to see if it was a good choice. But so far, so good. Fireworks yet to begin. But yesterday, if you missed it, during the Astralis matchup, we had a whole bunch of listens in of the Vitality camp. And Apex, time and time again, expressing the need to listen to one another. Mezzy also discussing the comms not being where they needed to be. And that's likely what led to a 3-map series with a loss on Nuke.
Was that a bad Molotov? Jimmy punishing them over it. They were operating under the assumption he couldn't find that angle.
Looks like they opted for a vent Molotov as opposed to the stairwell Molotov, so maybe expecting a different start, but 4-0 not end of the world just yet. T-side Nuke, you're looking for 4, maybe 5 as exertion. Peppered. Continuing to spam through. Apex looking for more damage as exertion paths back, and this one you know is against a light buy with a saved AK. Every moment that you find yourself in an advantage situation for MOUZ, you need to sit, hold your breath, and hope that they get that conversion, because you can't be giving away 5v3s against Vitality. So slow and steady wins the race. It's Mezzy. Now he's got the disease of the scout, but it's the top pop that's actually on the cards. A pre-aim from Rops towards Heaven. getting real geeky with it as Spinks finds the opener yard.
Things you love to see. MOUZ fans be very happy to see another opening. I think there's just one. Now Flames the AK. The only Vitality opening we've seen. MOUZ return us to regular scheduled programming. Into Brollan's site, there is that, oh, exertion support, but both of them go down in unison. ZywOo and Flamesy hitting with the sidearms, and it gets real uncomfortable real fast. Spinks from the main side, Flamesy, what have you got? He's got another. It's not ready for the side. Oh no, Jimmy squanders it! His first death, but it is a red face and hot under the collar. He's let that one go.
These are the rounds I was saying you cannot lose, and this one's been ripped away. Torji has been noted, looking like he was dipping back for the save. He's staying somewhat aggressive here, but we'll be just trying to retain this AWP, and these are the rounds you cannot be dropping. You've done the hard work, you won the first rifle round, they saved an AK, it was just pistols around it, and Exertion was even in the top side. The stack was there from MOUZ, they just get deleted.
ZywOo and Flames just coming out hard. You're supposed to be at a massive disadvantage. You saw the angle Xertion's on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the first wobble we've seen out of MOUZ.
Yeah, and look, pardon the pun, but Flames has been a real fire starter for Vitality throughout. Yesterday, some massive rounds. He had that ace on the M4, almost got another against Astralis, and here they come, just out hard. So wide pathing. Wow. ZywOo was able to get deep, and Flames just clearing Mustang. This one right here, sure, but it's the follow-up from Flames that is a gift from the gods. Thank you very much, Jimmy. Okay, well, money not broken just yet. But they know they've got them right where they want them. They've won the Hand of God round as we get back underway.
We saw a little whisper of Flamesy, just his hair clip poking out the top of Silo. And it is going to be Rops that wins this war of attrition. Exertion's forward position now noted.
Hard to trade.
Looks like Apex is going to give it a go. Does he mantle up? Yeah, the flash is good. No, it's not. No, it is not. Exertion had full vision there. Thought Apex was being set up for the trade instead. Vitality just disappear, and it looks like ZywOo's next. Thank you very much, says Brollan. Triple kill. Only one casualty. So, you know what? Sure, you did slip up. You made a mistake, but you're going to be feeling a whole lot better about it now.
Yeah, and tactical timeout will be called, so you can see the pressure on Vitality. Still, they know it's early stages, their map choice, but how long can this continue before you post a rifle rounds, right? Because you've won a light investment, but your gun rounds are not flowing, which also makes it harder to call down the stretch. We don't have patterns, we don't have conditioning, we don't have gaps that we're forcing, we're not pushing MOUZ into anything. They're the ones dictating the tone right now. And talking with Cycron, and they lost to this team 7 consecutive times. Then they broke through in Cologne. He was talking about, hey, it's the development of the players, right? Not the way that they play the game, the way that they think, but the way that they approach the day, the way that they're in the server. Mentality, especially for a young team, right? This is one thing that we don't talk about too much. And when I say young, I don't mean in terms of time together. I mean in the players.
Yeah, you've certainly got a lot more veterancy on one side of the server, but I mean, that's changing, as you've highlighted. The more reps, the more losses. Are they losses or are they lessons? Cyclone prefers the latter. As Flamesy will once again start his default pathing. We've got 2 dispatched towards lobby this time. Early block smoke squeak, nothing to be concerned about, and they haven't necessarily got answers as to if they could have got down.
Yeah, but Spinks is already addressing this, right? Yeah, he's dropped down the van and he's coming up for reconnaissance. So just drop main, they will have heard that. Spinks will be informed, and with that smoke wall, he knows that he can get direct contact. Jimmy to be tested on ramp here.
Oh, Spinks' angle's perfect. Apex completely pantsed. Nice nade in response. Does Flamesy catch him here? It looks like he has the jump. Yeah, okay, so claws it back. Jimmy on ramp as discussed. ZywOo seems aware. He's going to certainly consider it still as a possibility. That flash, who was it for? They ask. Jimmy doesn't choose to poke his nose. Instead, now spotted, and he catches Robs. He wins a battle of patience versus the most patient player in Counter-Strike. ZywOo returns the favor. Puts us into an even keel.
Time's the problem right now. How does Flames connect with this? Can he try and make it down secret to restrict the vent rotation and the rest dip down ramp? Well, Exertion has beat him to the punch. So we'll need to win out that head-to-head or at least distract him. Has to be noisy now.
Okay, perfect positioning from Exertion and a good shot to combine it. Here's the confirmation that B-side is occupied. Single door draws attention. They know they've got them in the crossfire. It's just the Hurt Locker left and right from behind. There's nothing he can do. ZywOo surrounded. MOUZ, this is a flying start.
Yeah, not giving Vitality any real room to breathe within that late round. That constant harassment once they had identified where the finish and they knew they had the number advantage. Right, can be risky to do so, but great to see some confidence, and opening kills are flying right now. We're 5-2 in that department in favor of MOUZ, and in the important ones, they're able to pip them to the post, and the trade potential's not there. See Apex go down, there's nothing anybody else can do about it because of the round that's being called. And they are going to have to go into another partial. Loss bonus swelling, but rounds not. That's about continuing this and not letting Vitality in. At this
By
point,
winning a round like this, for example.
Slow start. Step up. We're sleeping right now, for real. Let's play as a team together. That's more of the sentiment we had yesterday. This hasn't been a clean tournament from Vitality at all. The lower bracket run being the statement of that, as they do set up for what is a top pop. Util at the ready. Spinks, Brollan here. Just these two.
How does he handle it? Spinks, so nonchalant about it. Just standing and banging, ready for more. Yeah, Robs, you're pushing out the door to your demise. It's so comfortable. 5 alive, not a point of damage. Mezzi puts a little blemish, but it's only 2. Only 2, right? Yeah, Mezzi still deadly on the Tech 9, but regardless, MOUZ, they're laughing.
Okay, good defense right there. As soon as the Util comes in, they're able to block Hut with their own incendiary, stalls out the second prong, so it's just Squeaky. They're able to funnel through, and that's a gray screen. So handling business as the gun's out again. Now, in terms of the sleeping sentiment, it's either the comms aren't flowing to give ideas of what's happening within the round, like players aren't playing, the call gets made, and you just go and do your role to the bare minimum. You need players to be, right, oh, I'm sending you ramp for a reason, I'm sending you outside for a reason.
Right.
You have a job and you need to do it your way.
It's like that call and response Counter-Strike.
Yard control again right now, Exertion, aggressive.
Yeah, and Torji is positioned to catch the jump spot. Spinks has paid a heavy price, gets caught out early, down to 23.
They're going to mantle up and fight for this.
Yeah, on top of that blue bin. Exertion might have Apex dead to rights here. Oh, he doesn't finish his meal, gets punished for it, Apex. A valuable contribution to open up round 9.
Yeah, first success in an opening duel. Otherwise, he was 0-3 in that column.
Surely Spinks is prepared. Yeah, I was going to say, they're not going to fall for it twice in a row. Still sitting at the stairs, and Mezzi will finish him off.
No rotation down to B just yet, but that doesn't have to be the finish. Now, this would be a great round for MOUZ to somehow stack their way into. Do Vitality overplay their hand? Brollan has a kill here.
He certainly does. Looks like Vitality do want to pivot.
It's the right call for now. Brollan and Jimmy are addressing the lower side. Torji staying connected by being at ramp with the AWP. They can smoke off Squeaky. Molly Heaven. That one's missed, but they'll still be in. Does MOUZ go for this? Jimmy staying down at B. Brollan joining Torji. And it might just be the save. We've already got 7. We can add more on top. Brollan up Heaven now. Maybe just looking for damage. See if they can punish the economy going forward against Vitality. Take a couple casualties with you right now, and the drops are going to be harder to discuss into the next round of play.
Thinking big picture. Brollan's hoping to catch them as he hears them on their exit. Here they go, and here he comes. Brollan's going for it. You can't be serious, Brollan! Robs can't quite believe the audacity! I mean, fair play, had a plan, and it does lead to 2 extra Vitality bodies falling.
Yeah, that's, I think, more than an acceptable trade right there.
Inspiring,
right?
yeah.
I'll just try and win the round with the defuse. They have to come back, and only 1 player survives right there.
I mean, he knows that finances are fragile. It's an inspired way to keep bodies close to the radius.
Just to highlight that for everybody, Rops goes into this round with just an AK and very light U2. He's been dropped the HE. So sure, it's an attempt. He's being cheeky with it, but back into it we go. 4 outside with Apex. Drops over towards lobby. Exertion gonna break. Finds nothing. Second smoke wall deployed now.
Heals throws out a very well-timed incendiary. Perfect encapsulation of what that does. Will rot another 5 seconds on their cross.
Spinx's window to get down the vent is now closed, at least safely. He's actually pushing into Squeaky as Spinx, so this head-to-head against Rops will determine lobby pressure.
Cheeky from Spinx. Nothing to report lobby side.
Exertion has joined Jimmy down towards B. Now, Exertion can tuck and be the Joker. Jimmy can play first, and Exertion might go overlooked. Clearing vent. Safety first. Now outside pressure. 30 seconds. Where's the finish?
Feels like top. Brollan's screaming for backup as he hears multiple
Spinx
boots.
is on silo.
Stampeding. He's on silo.
No, he's... Oh, yeah, he's T-Roof.
T-Roof, yeah. 20 seconds. They've got to find his finish here. The bomb is single. They're committed to this. Exertion could not be in a better position. What are they waiting for? Apex opens the door in unison. That's the bomb down. Good trade. Important one. Jimmy caught him, though. Zywo's got a plant. Zywo can't plant. The round is done. Surely Zywo gets the kills. How has he done that? How is this reality? He's got nothing left. No time. No time. Torgy will win it by survival. Crazy attempt from Zywo. I reckon he was, what, 1 digit away from the plant?
More risks are being taken by MOUZ, right? The fact that I've just looked at the radar and Spinx, who pushed into Squeaky, is like almost on silent. I'm like, what, how, why, what's going on here? Everybody felt so disconnected from each other until this final moment. The flurry of frags come in. Zywo, miraculous with a double.
Guys, everyone, they are 1 step ahead of us because we don't clear things, we don't do stuff like that, okay? We are too naive right now, okay? So let's take everything in consideration, okay? It's really important, boys.
Take everything into consideration, says Apex, and feels like a necessity to at least see Vitality with more than 2 at the end of this half.
There'll be a pounce onto Jimmy. Torgy could be there in time, but he's playing lockers right now. So smoke wall is what he's investigating. Now he's coming to ramp. Oh, no, he's not. He's
Jimmy's
flirting.
got this
2
incendiary
mines.
out. Okay, lots of bodies on his screen. Drops down, significant damage done, and now Torgy can catch you on the cross. Mezzy will flash it. Turns it, gets away. Torgy, at least with his life, concedes the ramp space, but they've got bodies down there, Chad.
Yeah, I think Spinx and Exertion have done such a great job of rotating into annoying positions consistently. Spinx is on B with Jimmy. There's always multiple bodies, and they're constantly moving. MOUZ are definitely 1 step ahead, no doubt about that.
Yeah, even their opponent, their rival, acknowledging that fact. Continuing down to pressure Jimmy. Molly Dark, smoke control, and Jimmy gets Mezzy just blind through a smoke. Dream start. Pressure amplified now. Will Vitality get this bomb down uncontested? Doesn't look like Spinx is going to let them. They're constantly pestering. Swinging open the door, met by Zywo. Clock extended, fights found. MOUZ progressing forward on the retake. Feels very hard for Flamesy to get anything going here. Yep, Messy couldn't find the instantaneous deletion. Apex is trapped in the corner. Brollan brings it. This is a MOUZ at an all-new high.
Yeah, when you reflect on the head-to-head within the group stage, the first 2 maps were all about the T sides for both of these teams. MOUZ were fantastic on their T-hole on train, and they're the same for Vitality. And right now, all Vitality can get is 3 rounds. They get the bomb down, the loss bonus there. They can get a serviceable buy for the final round of the first half before we head to the break. But you can see how much they need that third. Xtaz calling the second of 3 tactical timeouts, knowing that that buffer is required. They can reset mentally within the break. They're going to have a couple of minutes to do so. And after they lost that map to Train, Zywo came into map number 2 in Nuke, just looking like a man possessed. Now, he's delivering in some moments. Flamesy also on that Tech 9 round. But all in all, the conversation is about MOUZ looking comfy. The 3 opening kills so far in the T-side account for Vitality. A 4th on the final round could go a long way to a round conversion.
Just wanted to get anything going. Vitality. Last chance on this T side. Alternative pathing from Apex. Making his move, slips through, and heard Spinks with a back turn. It's a nice opportunity. Oh, he's got two! Brollan caught in transition, drop it off, and it just the fights keep coming. Exertion meeting Flames. 3 kills in the same amount of seconds, and Jimmy's next on the naughty list. Apex, that is a high-impact round from their captain. Is it too little, too late, though? I mean, this is just for the 3rd T round on Nuke.
Torj's going to give it everything he's got, but in the 11th head-to-head, MOUZ, map number 1, put themselves in the driver's seat, at least so far. This is the T side and Nuke. Vitality, you are going to have to match this output. We're going to a break. This is the semi-finals, Intel Extreme Masters Chengdu 2025.
Troubled waters in the Vitality camp, a team they had in their pocket for the entirety of the first start of the season. Coming into the second season of the year, we've got a different story. MOUZ, they've actually got the edge in the head-to-head. Now in the semi-final, used to be a conversation of disappearing in playoffs. And right now, it's quite the opposite. Vitality barely hanging on. 3 rounds all they have from their T side of Nuke.
No pistols.
We just need to do much better than that. Because we're not connected. You know, we're not connected. Like, simple things are not there. Okay, so we will need to do even better than
Flash is
usual.
top. Mezzi's blind. Oh, he still gets someone finish him off. He gets so much done. Delays him, confirms presence, but the plant is in. MOUZ, they've come in with a game plan, and right now every single box being ticked. Flamesy will flash for the retake. Flash and go, dropping in. Nice find from Robs. Exertion's backwards turn, flowing nicely for Vitality. Feels like a compulsory pistol. Baby Torgy could do something. A 10-second defuse. He knows he's got time to play this game. Trying to find Zywu! Torgy, no way! So close to brilliant. Apex just about in time.
This is going to be damn close. This is going to be damn close. Down to the wire.
Time! Vitality! Hold on!
Okay, well, Apex, we're hearing the listening there. I was going to say no pistols, no consecutive rounds, but it was Apex.
Bit of a late turn from Mezzi there.
Yeah, well, that first half, Apex, the 2 rounds where he did get opening kills, they were able to convert. And right now, he stepped up with Impact, having to beat this 1v1 conversion against Torgy.
Bro,
what a great shot there on the Zywu.
Sensational, and his awareness of the 10-second potential could have been, clutch at the tournament.
All right, well, the force buy out. Aggressions from Zywu. We saw this a lot yesterday against Astralis. He was happy to just take the rifle out to red. Apex would set him up. Zywu looking to transition back for the fade of the smoke, but needs to be careful. They're getting damn close.
You see, there's a whole game plan around this early second wall. Apex, he spots him. Nice find. Opening kill for Apex. Short-lived success. Spinks just straight through the smoke. It's pulled it back even.
What's the response right now from the CT side? Because they know they've given out Secret. Flamesy's already down towards B, but only has an MP9. Jimmy the lobby lurk.
Yeah, it would be a different story if we saw Flamesy with an M4A4. Saw what he could do from this very position before.
Yeah, he's playing for info on the jump spot and doesn't have util to lob out to block or try and do some crowd control damage. Robs on a string, can drop down to ramp quite quickly to set up crossfires. Jimmy's gap on vent will need to be tended to by Mezzi. Now Flamesy's spotted. They spring to action. Robs rotates down. But it's all a ruse. Gonna try and pipe up this vent. So Mezzi, oh, are they? Back and forth they go. Never mind, vent cleared. Looks like single door wants to be the finish.
Yeah, Robs has managed to get himself tucked on Dark, so Flames will play first. And he's been found, but not without output. Nice trade again from Torgy.
They limit the multis.
They certainly do, and he's got that bomb. He does need to get it down. Jimmy, so stubborn on this. Mezzi might get caught looking the wrong way. Jimmy's been here all round, and he does get the kill he needed. All onto the woo, can't get in. MOUZ, double digits and extended. It feels like this game's only just begun, but already it reads 10 to MOUZ.
Feels like it's already over.
Yep.
That round right there for Vitality to lose. They have the crossfire set up on the lower side, but Robs is extended in a position where he is exposed to the second. Flames does the best he can. They're clearly expected to come out double door with this crossfire. Great trade from Torgy, and again, they're limiting the multi-kill potential. Every single one of those frags that came in Vitality was traded. So very, very well done from MOUZ, and that was the way back into this game for Vitality. Map 1 going down the gurgler right now.
Yeah, MOUZ definitely looking like a team with a fresh feeling in the ranks. Everyone truly on the same page. Look at the kill spread as testament to that. Robs has got some action here, and so does Mezzi. 257s make it 3 of those pistols on the ramp side. Zywu even there as well with the scalp, but Spinks taking scalps.
Oh,
so yeah. Crowd walk in, Robs has got nothing. Apex, nice find. Bomb as well drops. Down the ramp, might make things a little uncomfortable.
it's more for me about Flames, right? He's going to have his back turned to Exertion right now. He doesn't know that this timing is available. So it depends if he hits the break or if he keeps pushing forward. Apex can just allow this to simmer. There's no way Flames is ready for this, surely.
He's considered it. And
oh!
What? Exertion, I think he just took a glance because of the crowd surge. He was worried about him getting flanked. He was the flanker.
50 seconds, bomb can be scooped up. Apex is allowing them to pick this up.
Makes sense, I suppose. Now you've managed to claw it into a 2-on-2.
Thing is, you don't really want to go back through lobby if you're MOUZ. You may as well just try and finish B.
It really hinges off of Apex getting something. Oh, he does very well. Apex
1v1.
removes the head of Brollan. Torji, heavy advantage in this 1v1. No Kev on Flames. He's slipping perfectly. Gets towards that ramp post plant, considering all of his options. Flames, he's got his work cut out for him now. Does have that Molotov.
Has to make a sound cue.
And he's already making one. Torji informed, spots the shadow, and gets the kill. MOUZ. Some of these rounds closer than others, but it seems consistent. MOUZ coming out on top.
Well, this is the thing. Even in moments where it looks like Vitality should have an edge to be the ones converting, they're the ones fumbling, whereas usually it's the other way around. So MOUZ, they looked dominant within the first half. Those 3 rounds that Vitality scraped together, they get the pistol, you're meant to get the conversion, then the conversation's about the comeback. The fact that you drop the ball to the Force, extremely problematic now because it will have to be the eco. 12 is all but secure for MOUZ. Looking to start the series once again with another blowout result, this time on Vitality's map pick. Remember, Train, it was a masterclass. Sure, it started with a couple of clutches last time round. What adjustments have Vitality made? Well, we'll find out pretty soon if this continues.
Certainly grounds for Flamesy getting something in that close corner. Never mind, he's been spotted. Have to try again. So pressure applied, Secret.
Yeah, they rerouted. It looked like they just wanted to go out ramp. But I guess the early detection. Oh,
hello.
Yeah, that is the...
Oh, that was the B defender.
Completely removed now. So they want to pivot into a top split.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like anything they do will be the right call. Okay, Apex, he needed that one. Does catch Brollan swinging through from this red pole position. Bit of chip damage. ZywOo only has a USP and a dink. Not to be celebrated in this current moment. Robs up and over, does catch Exertion.
May as well give it a go.
I mean, sure. As far as what you're going to get out of this, it doesn't seem likely to be a round. Maybe the AK is the best of the bunch. 2 AKs, even better. But you know, that's when you really are.
Yeah, silver linings, right?
I mean, you're searching for something because this is a one-way street. This is the pick of Vitality in a semi-final up against a team that they have been farming at the start of this year.
Yeah, and look, you go back throughout the head-to-heads. Right? They've been 10, this is the 11th. 4 of them were in group stages, 6 of them in playoffs. Of those playoff matches, 3 semi-finals, 3 grand finals. This is the 4th semi. And it's gone back and forth this side of the season. Cologne, that went in favor of MOUZ. Last Open London semi went in favor of Vitality. And then the group stage game here, so playing twice within the tournament's not rare for these teams, considering how often we've seen them lock horns. And nor are these type of blowouts. If you go back and you look, there are some games that have just been single digits, and then they turn it around in the next map of play. So hope dies last, but just concerning signs for Vitality early. They'll need to wake themselves up. Round 17, this one already done and dusted. That nade, it's just differently. Lots of damage done. Exertion brought down to 50. Torji chipped away at as well.
Torji could have spotted Apex on this oscillation of the smoke, but Apex, it goes both ways, removes the AWP with that scavenged and saved AK. Okay, Apex, nice output, a double kill. Yard still plentiful for MOUZ, still 2 players trying to work Yard. It looks like they might have to scrap that plan. Jimmy trying to catch someone. It's ZywOo towards the vent. Flamesy on top of the hut.
Oh, good output there from Jimmy. Unconfirmed damage, sure, but keeps Flames on notice. They're just waiting for some form of a CT overstep of the mark right now, and Jimmy might get it.
They're coming for him. Oh, he just looked away. I mean, at least confirms. Flames! Never mind, confirms, deletes.
Round's on now. Exertion's been starting to move.
30 seconds, they'll have to find this finish. Oh, he spots the leg.
Ammo.
ZywOo, 5 bullets. Has to dip back. Spotted, trapped on Tetris. How does he play this? Oh, he plays it to perfection. Goes wide and delivers a double. Jimmy, last seen lobby, walking on down. Mezzi should have him, but no, looking the wrong way. So sure, Vitality perhaps delaying the inevitable, but it does seem that round 17 is their fifth.
Well, we'll mark this 12-4. If we do have a comeback, we'll return, right? This wasn't a poorly played round, but this is how much of the mountain that Vitality have had to climb, or will have to. Jimmy seeing if he can take another. Oh, gets the AWP, so that's going to be a nice little boon there, because right now their cash is pretty rough around the edges. So you save the AWP, you're likely forced by behind this, and this would be a good time to take a tactical timeout and get Cyclone on the mic. You got Torji, his weapon of choice, which was deleted here. Nice work from Apex. He's playing with the confidence necessary, and he's started to deliver more and more impact or opening kills, which have been converted into rounds. So at the moment, he's probably a bit disappointed in his players not giving him what he needs, whether that's through the comms, the plays they're making, the shots they're hitting, because they're being thrown around the server by that of MOUZ. It is the timeout called.
Yeah, the first from Cyclone. That's how happy he has been, understandably.
And I think, you know, in a round like this where it is a bit more hodgepodge, right, you want to make sure that you're able to have a plan that works with what you've got. So we can see it's going to be 2 Galils, the saved AWP thanks to Jimmy, Tech 9 for Brollan. Jimmy's able to get an AK into his hands. It's the util that's the conversation point. Torji with a full belt, a couple of extra residual smokes. So whatever the opening move is for MOUZ, if they can't navigate with the util, it's going to be how do they mid-round, what are they offered up, and who can find the frags to get them into this. They can still close it now before they have to go into the eco. Brollan stays at spawn for the smoke wall. Exertion escorted by Torji with the AWP. Torji might just want to go for some searches, right? They've been looking better individually, so why the hell not? It's been a team effort. Does Torji get blindsided by this secret push, or does Apex hit the brakes? Now the smoke wall's up, he probably hits those brakes.
Yeah, but Torji always clears. His pathing was perfect. Just professional excellence from Torji. Apex frustrated, watching as this could be the last round of Nuke.
Rob needs something here.
Yeah, he can't have empty hands here. Jimmy on the clears. Rob gets confirmation and deletion gets 2. Brollan will swing. Finds a response, but maybe too little, too late. With 45 points of health up against 3, Brollan readies himself for something special.
Yeah, a bit of an unorthodox approach there, wasn't it, to try and get that orb to the one being taking the first contact. What does that even mean in terms of the round if you're Apex? Does Brollan just want to go for the save? He was in fine form when these two teams locked horns the other day. It was a massive win condition on train. Don't forget about his calling. He is giving it a look. So Squeaky Door peers in as his first contact.
Yeah, and up on the heart, he will react in time. Doesn't take a single lick of damage. ZywOo's nade will surely secure damage though. Just like that. Well, you said they might be able to do it without another eco, but unable to do so. Vitality will edge closer to what would be the ridiculousness of OT.
Yeah, and actually stopping the bomb going down, stopping that extra $600 cash injection right there is quite nice. It will limit extra investments. So you're going to get your easiest round yet. That seems crazy to say, but that's the state of the nation at the moment. Great work with the shadow
Took it away
here
from his
Rob.
monitor there as well, Apex. Part of the conversation.
This is going to be a slow one. See if Brollan's Deagle can find them anything to work with. Might just juggle that around between each player as they give it a go. There's an exchange. So Apex put on notice. Tags, but a bit of damage done back the other way. Again, Apex is playing with some confidence. And he might want to try and do the same thing in a round like this. You know, exactly, right? You want to instill some confidence within your team, or you feel like you have to do it all yourself. Now, the latter could cause the trip up that is round 13 for MOUZ. But right now, this should be easy as you like.
I was anticipated the potential for a boost. So confirmation that there were 2 there.
And while we got this lull in action, later today we will have Falcons taking on Furia, who got past Mongols yesterday within the quarterfinal. That'll be the second semi, and the winner of that will be meeting the winner of this in the grand final best of 5 to conclude IEM Chengdu. We'll also have a third place decider, so you will see the losers in action again. Probably been the slowest round yet, but understanding the circumstances, we all get it. They will have to die, so the last sprint on the 25 seconds. As he grabs one. Jimmy gets the M4, but ZywOo deals with that, and that will be that. 12-7. Just 5 more rounds to tie things up.
Just 5.
It's about finding the solution, and I think you're happy to continue to play with confidence, a little bit more pep in the step and the risks, right? We saw certain pushes coming through from MOUZ within their first half of play that caused a real pain in the side for Vitality. And why not do the same? You've got a lot of chances, right? Instead of just trying to do it by the book, break the rules, and get the W. Apex playing forward this time, investigates, nothing there. Great information from Apex.
Yeah, on the forward side of the box as well, which is a little more unorthodox.
Should put top and ramp on high alert. Bomb pathing towards ramp means ZywOo needs to rotate to help Rops.
Brollan throws out a perfect pop flash, but not so perfect. Rops was safe, has vision, and removes Jimmy. ZywOo, the known response. Evades the HE, but here he is. This is very quick.
Risky against the crowd.
It certainly is, yeah. We'll check in on it intermittently. It's being considered. You can see Exertion glancing at the potential.
He's playing to contain, well restrained. Now there's action, he'll keep moving.
Rops managed to get himself a second as well. Confirmed Brollan was having a look towards B.
Here's the time. Ooh.
Yeah, it's coming. 50 seconds, and yeah, back turn, perfect. Apex's aggressions have been rewarded, and MOUZ's 20th round thwarted.
He's turned his frustrations into plays, and again, it's working so far, but he can't have a single foot fault. So he needs to play a near perfect game with the crazy moves that he's making to bring his team in. ZywOo, 17 kills, he's chipping in. Rops and Mezzi a little bit quieter. Flames on 11 as well, but his impact, Tech 9 first half. 2v4. You'd love a plant out of this with the loss bonus starting to build.
Flamesy lingers. Not solely responsible. Mezzi's here too. Planting in that smoke. They will likely be uncontested. Doors are open. Flamesy, head removed. Torji tries as hard as he might. Some more damage. Look at Apex and Mezzi. They were susceptible.
That's 4 consecutive rounds now. So working into it. Probably one of the cleaner gun rounds of the bunch. And go back to how this half started. They won the pistol, they lost the force. So that's what put all the pressure on. If they had converted, it would likely be spotty rounds for MOUZ. Because once you win out the economy war early, they have to go for very weak forces. And if they don't win back, they have to go for the eco. That's how you're able to put 3 consecutive. Win your force, beat theirs, force onto eco. That's the hard work done. You just need 1 rifle round to take this. And I like those odds for MOUZ as they take their second tactical timeout. This is a matchup they're extremely familiar with and one they're more comfortable with than ever before.
Yeah, and this is where, as a coach, you need 1 round, 1 gun round. You call that timeout, and everyone starts looking at their sheets. Makes me think there is a bit of a page out of the strat book for this half investment.
Yeah, it looks like it's just going to be more classic though, right? Door will be naded off. There'll be smoke walls available for outside. It's more about the placement of the mollies and the flash. Is this a vent dive?
Brollan's going quick.
It's a vent dive. No,
straight away. They have the anti-HE, and the spray from Flames in combination does the job. I mean, you understand them trying to test it, but Flamesy having no trouble. In fact, the bomb now arriving in vents.
All right, so the next must win, as they all are from this moment forward. 12-9. Torji will not be winning a 1v5 situation with a P250, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, we've seen the one for the decade.
Yeah. But had an impactful game. Torji was one of the lower rated players in the head-to-head last time rounds. It was the trio of Spinks, Exertion, and then Brollan.
Yeah, there still hasn't been that much of a, a deviation from this consistent kill spread. For MOUZ, that is.
Similar for both teams, really, right? Obviously, there's a couple more players who are lacking a little bit behind, but that's because of the round count, right? You've been winning more rounds, you're getting more kills. Here we go again. Every round, the pressure's on. What's the opener?
Whoa, ZywOo's done well. Exertion removed. Early doors, and so already going to be limited. Invested 4 smokes into that opening gambit.
And got no space for it. Hasn't even forced a rotation just yet.
And then you arrive to lobby and there's an AWP on the line.
Yeah, so you are going to have to contact through a lot of this. You're fortunate. Oh.
ZywOo's everywhere this round. He just started yard, immediately finds another towards the ramp side.
And now he addresses B. We know nobody rotated down, but he's got that certainty. Apex still here. Yeah, definitely heard something.
Ooh, wasn't expecting Brollan, but a pleasant surprise. This is getting a little uncomfortable for MOUZ now. We're running out of chances rather fast. You said let's take note at, what, 12-4?
Yeah, indeed. About to be 12-10. This one ends as it is. It's going to be 9 kills within this run is all that MOUZ have in 6 rounds. Now, round's not done yet. They have some space. They can get into the site. ZywOo's position is more as information. Towards you over towards single. Can he pip him at the post here? Door swings open. ZywOo looks away.
Yeah, he did. Bizarre. Not going to cost them too much, just the perhaps a little bit of a shrug of the shoulders from ZywOo.
Well, it changes from a matter of time to pressure on now. We go back to those demons. 3rd tactical timeout. That illustrates exactly that. Vitality, no, you're still on the tightrope. You fall, it's over. But you're almost there now.
I mean, we've just watched MOUZ's coach Cyclone call all 3 of their timeouts in what has essentially been 5-6 rounds. Burning through.
Yeah, as confidence starts to wane, it's growing on the other side. I'm sure Apex feels that his team are awake and present now. He was 0-3 in terms of opening kills. Now he's sitting at 5-4, and he's had some really impactful moments. But now ZywOo stepping up to the plate with the mobile AWP. This was a strange one. Doesn't cost him in the end because Drops comes through, mops them up, and it will just have to be another partial. So MOUZ will guarantee 1 more gun round. Doesn't mean they can't get this one done, but they're saving for the rainy day. That would be round 24 of regulation after a 12-4 lead. ZywOo's not picked up the AWP. So he's had it as a statement piece in the last couple. He's gone back to the rifle.
Well, he knows after a round like that, they're going to be playing like he is AWPing anyway. Apex. Ooh, I think Xertion's got a little bit more info than Apex does. Oh, I say that. Never mind, actually. Spots him, confirms it, throws out Util, and hunts him down for 19. All that remains, spots the mantle up as well. ZywOo understands the reaction. Spinks, however, has taken down the anchor. That! What a quick transfer! Instantaneous adjustment to Brollan. Flames' back is turned. Jimmy couldn't finish it off. Okay, Flames against ZywOo. 5 kills between the 2 of them, and we will see that last round of regulation after all.
Yeah, right there, that ZywOo double, it just renders the Spinks' kill obsolete and towards that top site, removes the pressure. So that was one of the scarier rounds. There was windows where things could have gone wrong for Vitality in that moment, and MOUZ could have capitalized. ZywOo, from dropping the AWP, picks it back up for the final round of regulation. But your solutions have run dry. Remember, it's the force spy that got MOUZ cooking in their second half. They do not have a single rifle round to their name.
Is it all for naught? All this hard work, all of this motivation. Vitality have got this far. MOUZ set the bar. Head spotted and removed. Apex. An opening death, a missed shot from ZywOo. Is it starting to spiral? He doesn't think so. Second bullet, this time connects. Exertion caught on the smoke. Torshi actually playing forward into the warehouse and may very well start to wrap. He's got the one bomb on his back. Gets the info, does Mezzi. ZywOo dropped in. And that's for that fight in particular. Brollan did catch him, but just through the silo. And Zaiwu's doing it all now on that AWP. 3 kills deep. He wants OT. Mezzi and Torji. I mean, Mezzi's been playing with Torji for 30 seconds. Quick reaction. A swing out of Robs goes punished.
Got to move now, Mezzi.
The fight, Mezzi. Gets hot and bothered. Torji saving MOUZ. Piece by piece, making this round a reality. 28 seconds, got to move, and he's punished by Flamesy.
That's the bomb loose.
Yeah, he's got it. Spinks has got to retrieve it. 20 seconds right in front of him. This one seems too much to ask. Vitality.
Gonna go ladder to A, have to.
Have done enough, and we see overtime. Didn't feel realistic at 12-4. 9-3 half. 12-4 down. Vitality. Bring us to the extra numbers.
Yeah, this is where you expect MOUZ's mental to crumble. Pressure off, right? One more round, not anymore. You need 4. They'll probably go, as the cliche goes, win the first here once we get into overtime, sure. But look at this. Cyclone on the mic, he is dealing with a mental collapse right now. That is what his role is in this moment. It's not to make a call, it's not to make a change, it's to settle everybody. We were 12-4 up. Bickering's probably started, the tilt's creeping in, the belief is waning. He needs to stop that. That is his role within this team in a moment like this.
I thought we had a different MOUZ today. That first half felt that way.
It's 25 for Zaiwu within regulation.
The second round, they win the second round of that half after going up 9-3. It really did look like everything, the formula was there for MOUZ to slay their demons once more. Map 1 of this semi-final, but here we stand, still going, extra rounds. I think Zaiwu really awoke, didn't he? Seeing that dynamic AWPing on display.
Change up at the start right now. Rops's ramp straight down. Going to start through Secret with Flames. They're going to play for yard control. The 2 of them will play forward for the fights. Now, the timing, the teammates will have called. They can have crossed.
Okay, Molotov quite early. Flames was just considering it.
Oh! Mezzi can't catch a break.
Exertion's done very well to catch an opening. Xertion, however, quickly cut out.
Gonna keep fighting.
Yeah, this is a bit too much to ask. He does adjust. Spinks is gone. Torji combat orbs to save himself.
Info on 1 more down towards B. They'll take the gaps.
Look at him surging forward. Jimmy and Brollan taking that top site.
This is the bomb.
Torji is in a bit of a pickle. Has to fight his way out of trouble. Crossing in, flank is there, they connect. Rops and Flames remove the bomb. And there's more where that came from. All of them gone. Vitality keeping the win streak flowing on this CT side.
9 consecutive rounds now. A flawless finish would remove MOUZ's mental going into their map choice. It's going to be hard to resuscitate hope if you lose in this fashion. You had them right where you wanted them. The hard work was done.
Usually, we turn to Torji, the talisman, to dig MOUZ out of the trenches, out of the mental void. Exertion and opening death. Quick find from Apex as well. Spinks not looking the right way. There's Torji, but hold on a second, it's all going wrong. Jimmy opens up the top site. Rob should have that bomb carrier every day of the week. Back turn. What is going on? He's alive. Somehow he makes it into the top site.
Down the vent.
Quick pivot. On top of each other's heads. Here's the sound cue. Works it out. Robs is in hot pursuit. And MOUZ have got a need for speed. Getting that bomb punched. This is a big one. The fact that Brollan's still alive, only for a moment longer. Oh. Jimmy can't get it done either. Couple of awkward misses from Jimmy. Vitality keep that and go for 10 consecutive.
Yeah, right there, it felt like they just completely had them booked, right? Every single move that MOUZ made, they got stalled before they could get any room. Then some wobbly aim gave a little bit of interest there. And the crowd like that, one of the fans.
Absolute favorite, isn't he?
Yep.
Slow start, but looking to be quite a vivacious finish
Yeah, for me, I understand game's not done yet. It still can change. It's all about Apex for me. Just how stubborn he was, inserting himself in a lot of these fights and taking the duels, getting the openers. But you need something on this T-half, MOUZ. You still do not have a single rifle round. That's from regulation into overtime.
You just can't stay that way. Torchy's trying to throw caution to the wind, try and play for an opener. Posts up on the door, smoked off and blocked. Flamesy tries to hunt him down and just finds a safe haven in time.
Smoke wall deployed now from Brollan.
This is very cheeky from Mezzy to be adopting such a forward position on the HUD.
He's had a tough go at things as Mezzy.
Certainly has. You can see they're heading over T-roof, likely going to be util to set up these two. And Mezzy goes looking. How's he adjusted to that? Spinks. Opening death. Mezzy trying to keep this sheet clean. Keep this momentum flowing. Vitality, nothing but victory. In a run of 10. Flashes now, pivot to ZywOo, he's in the right place once more. Number 2, just as easy. MOUZ are getting picked apart, limb from limb. Player by player into the scope of ZywOo, and he's having fun with you. Takes them all! A massacre on the ramp room. MOUZ disintegrate before our very eyes. Missing on the milk cartons, where did they go? And Chengdu absolutely loves it.
When you see conversation around ZywOo and the detractors, it's the big games where they question, where's the impact? Well, question it now. This guy is destroying MOUZ. 30 and 15, omnipresent, all over the shop. The game, getting it done.
One away from taking Nuke, their pick. Didn't feel like that.
Spotty in the first half of Vitality. But this is a different dialogue. They have all the momentum. They're running with the confidence. MOUZ have disappeared. An opening kill goes a long way in a moment like this.
Back to their winning ways to start off the CT, you'd hope. Apex and Flames have other plans. Spinks might have a lot of work cut out for him. His teammate sets up another block smoke. Will give him some freedoms to relocate. Where's the Vitality finish? You can see them all congregated back where they started. Early venture gets you an opening kill. And 16 around the corner.
Not taking those risks anymore, are they? Dynamic CT side's about to feel the full force of Vitality's finish.
It's the last of the replenishments for the squeaky smoke. Flamesy is on the warpath. Brollan just looks away as Flamesy profits. Need heaven to do something big, and he has. Jimmy alive and kicking. Gets the double kill. Completely overlooked. Spinks' corner did ZywOo. MOUZ trying to hold on. Apex going to get that bomb punched in. Flamesy 2 kills deep, needs a whole lot more. Nade looks like it could do damage, but he's fumbled it. Could have caught Jimmy if he nailed it. Flamesy still shooting hard though. 1v2 for Apex, doesn't have the health. From behind, Jimmy strikes.
Well, at least MOUZ get to remember what winning a round feels like. They break a streak of 11 to put something to their name. 2 more of those required to take us to double OT. This is where the series finished last time. That was the group stage. That was Inferno. This is map number 1. More of this, please.
Flamesy's nade could have very easily taken Jimmy out of the run there. Little bit too much height on it. Okay, so now you know how it feels. You remember.
Oh, she's aggression. Apex is quick.
Yeah. Gonna be right next to each other in the smoke if Torchy doesn't dip back, and he will.
Quick timing on this from Apex.
Yeah, he's making his moves. He's gonna beat the HE timing as well, so just in time. And actually into warehouse, not secret, so Torchy could be caught off by this.
Exertion too.
Yeah, his back is turned, and so quick deletion, another nasty one for Exertion to stomach. Torchy hoping to be able to catch that claw back, but instead extending their advantage as Apex. 2, now a third from Flamesy. Only Brollan and Jimmy left, and it's falling through their fingers. MOUZ so close to starting off with a bang, but Vitality find themselves, find their momentum, and find map 1. That's entertainment. That's Vitality's Counter-Strike.
MOUZ can't drown their stage demon. They know how to swim, and Vitality, one map away from another grand final.
In the group stage, this was a dominant win for MOUZ. But is there any hope? Can they compose themselves? Can they truly reset? Or is it too far gone? Nuke still lingers in their minds. There's a must-win map before them. Second map, first semi-final, the Intel Extreme Masters Chengdu. But a CT start for Vitality.
We've touched upon this. Same maps, same matchup, different order. They're rushing B, restricting rotations. Just Apex here.
Yeah, let's see what he can get done. The HE might find damage. It certainly does. Zertian catches the most flak and progressions towards the connector as well. Spinks throws out the smoke. This seems like a well-thought-out, calculated T-pistol. Leads to a bomb plant and a 5-on-5. Flash to get him out. Flames is, just missed his window onto Brollan, but it does lead to a quick tap to the back of the skull. Spinks is gone. Jimmy tracking Zywoo around the smoke. Hectic on the retake. Still a flash from Brollan as well. Could prove useful. Two Frenchmen coming out of connector, and they're both removed by Jimmy. Quick shots. Robs, what have you got? Mezzi's only got 1 point of health, so
gotta get on it.
He's got to get on that defuse, and he's lost his bodyguard. A 1v1 for Jimmy. 3 kills deep. He's done the hard part. Now he's just confirming it. No time for the defuse. Mezzi a couple of extra kills, but MOUZ will start as they mean to go on T-side train.
Mezzi is going to get away from the bomb. 3 kills equals an M4 into the next round, so it's going to be a pretty strapped force fight immediately out of Vitality. But another pistol, 2 out of 3 for MOUZ so far. And there's some key indicators. Last time they went toe-to-toe in the 13-3 scoreline, it was clutches in the early stages. Brollan had one, Jimmy had one. 1v2s. Can't let that happen again, and we'll get into the details of the lurk smoke and how that played in later. Now Mezzi, he's going to actually set Zywoo up with the M4. Now he was dropping bombs on Nuke, so you can understand why you give it to the superstar. A couple of MP9s, a Famus, and a nade for Spinks. Flames has actually joined Robs over towards B, and it was usually Apex, and it didn't work last time round. Zywoo searching pop against Spinks head-to-head, and opening incision found. Easy as you like.
Doesn't get easier than that.
Now they can rotate. Round walls is called completely clear. Brollan takes space through that lurk smoke.
Yeah, but Mezzi, cognizant of the possibility. Zywoo to lend a hand. Confirms presence on off, and the Deagle not going to connect from Mezzi, having a tough time. Missed shots, sure, 1 bullet connected, but supported by Zywoo. Finds a nice one on the headshot. Removing them piece by piece. 3 again, this time from Zywoo. Individuals from Vitality have not let off the gas. There's exertion, a contribution to try and get themselves stable. Okay, cost him a lot, and he lost a teammate. Jimmy would have loved to have found that one cleanly.
Ember clutches. I know he's low. 40 seconds. This one would be huge from the Finn.
It would be. The bomb's loose in the middle of nowhere. And he's only got 30 seconds, so to find these cleanly seems like it's too much of an ask. In the dark as to where Robs and Flames have gotten off to. Robs responsible to curtail bomb retrieval. Jimmy making his play now. Robs is good for it, and in a second round conversion from Vitality, so short-lived celebrations for MOUZ.
Yeah, going to taste their own medicine right there. Now this is where the game is either truly on or off. If the force spike comes through and they can't make it competitive, I fear that the mental collapse plays into this massively, because not only do you have the side of things that is MOUZ doubting themselves, now on the T side of a very difficult map to accrue rounds, you have the confident surge of Vitality. You saw what that win meant to Apex post-game. That celebration was like he just lifted the damn trophy. To come back from 12-4 down in a series that you lost last time, a grudge that you want settled in your favor.
Robs is definitely keeping that energy flowing.
Yeah, you can't execute if you're losing bodies early.
Spinks has had a tough start. First Zywoo, now Robs just cutting him down before he even gets started in the halls. Here's another little twist of the knife, but the flash, he was ahead of it. So Torji will punish Robs' push. Exertion, he knows he's got Flames potentially trapped, but evasive maneuvers adopted and he gets away.
They keep throwing this lurk smoke out main, and in this round we don't get to see it come into play, but it was causing some real issues for Vitality. I'm sure they've done a whole lot more theory on how to deal with that, so we'll see it play in with more gun rounds in future rounds. But win the 4v4, they can set up for this B execute. Apex is essentially playing retake, just jumping back here towards Z. So I was clearing main, Flamesy joins in, Mezzy has to deal with Ivy. It's just Apex here. There is a kit on Mezzy, but a retake of the B bomb site, especially if these pistols push forward and get space, it'll be tough. Apex blocks lower.
Should enable him to play close to it and hold this upper push. There's Mezzy to try and lend a hand. He does find that initial headshot. Exertion traded by Jimmy.
Apex in the smoke, waiting for the activation.
Yeah, it will come soon, come momentarily. Hiding out on that low ramp, you're not ready for this. Oh, Brollan catches a whiff. Hits the shot, removes Apex and Jimmy in combination, flank from ZywOo. Traded out, Torgy secures it. Okay, a game after all.
This is good grit, right? This shows that MOUZ just aren't going to collapse, and frustrations from Apex. It's definitely been some trials and tribulations throughout Chengdu. It hasn't been easy, even with Rops, the man who seems to win every time he heads on down to China on your team. It's been a tough road. The first time they found themselves having to battle through a lower bracket, thanks to MOUZ. That's the last match, well, not that long ago. And that's where we thought MOUZ might have turned a corner. The mental edge, but sure, same environment, same opponent, same maps, different stakes, and the mental.
I think that's frustration himself there. He knows he had the position to really win the round.
They didn't wait for the sound cue of the plant. Tried to take some space. So their force is 2 scouts, one for ZywOo, one for Mezzy.
Seeing this pixel ZywOo is working with. Might catch Spinks on his progression. They've managed to keep a lid on him so far.
You have to put respect on the name of MOUZ, though, if they do reset into this. Right, you know this map was oh so good for you last time. And sure, you lost in a generational fashion. But the series is far from over, and you get to determine if it goes to Inferno again. Again, another layering of this lurk smoke, so it's just such a nuisance. You play through, you're segregated. In my mind, I feel like the solution, at least in rifle rounds, is going to have to come through finding pressure points elsewhere. They will be doing an outside piece. Pop's been smoked at 40 seconds, well blocked. Just Spinks to play through. The rest are going to come out main.
Looks like they're running this clock down. Flamesy in the smoke. Spinks, I think he knows he's been blocked. Surely he's worked it out now. Makes his way in. Flamesy likely overlooked it. Spinks is going to find you. Catches him on the fade. It's a double from the Spinks Mac 10. Still, time is of the essence. You must get that bomb planted. ZywOo's being pushed on. Should be a dead man. Brollan secures it. No cover, no support, no problem for MOUZ. Spinks, I think he worked it out just in time there on the exit pop.
Yeah, well done. First 2 contributions, and they're big ones because it'll force Vitality down to an eco now. So off to another great start. Should be reading 4-1 in a moment's time. And that is already par for the course on the T side. Now Apex started last game 0-8. He's currently 0-4. But the plays that he started to make are the ones that, in my opinion, with a win condition for Vitality. Sure, ZywOo and Flames were better in the stat department. I think Apex had an awful lot of impact.
I think Brollan knows what's coming. He's got the angle. How many is he going to get? Between him and Jimmy, they will nullify the threat. Oh, wow, that felt like a deagle in Apex's hands. Does remove Jimmy, so at least it's not a completely clean sheet, but regardless, MOUZ get through the eco comfortably.
No ZywOo AWP available right now for the CT side. It's going to be very rifle-centric. And I think that if Vitality are giving the space over towards brown walls and MOUZ can get away with the B executes, Vitality will be having a tough time unless Rops is able to mow down the multis. So is there a gun round approach that Vitality have worked on? Once they knew this was going to be the matchup after they took down Astralis yesterday, I'm sure even in the off day they're thinking, oh, with the way the bracket shaped up, we are the favorites to meet MOUZ again. You're already thinking about it. You're already working on it.
Late
ahead of this.
Yeah, this might catch Spinks off guard. Oh, he gets the info, getting run out by Flamesy. That Rops HE is constantly a real thorn in Spinks' side. Can't get a round started with full HP. Ivy attention drawn. You can see Mezzy responsible, and This block smoke won't last forever, in fact, fading now. Pressure on both extremities simultaneously. Flash catches
Playing through the lurk.
Sorry, it's Jimmy. Makes his move.
Look at this.
Oh, he's got the gap. Yeah, this is what players like Jimmy dream of.
Now, they've noted this. Mezzi said it's a possibility, but it's the timing. Jimmy took this immediately. They will expect it, but not this early.
It looks like it's actually changed the call. They were all gathered pop.
Apex back
This
turn to this.
backstab, yeah, it's surely going to be the end of the oil train IGL. Jump scare imminent. Synchronizing with his teammates, waiting for that smoke to fade towards upper. Now taps the back of the head. Robs can't react in time, but he still gets 2. Oh my god, he gets 3! Robs is keeping Vitality in it despite Jimmy's flank. Awkward for Jimmy. Choice between 2, chases him down. Robs still somehow alive, and he's actually got flames in time. Supports him through Z. MOUZ had it right there to be for the taking, but Robs finds output.
Zai was already cutting off this save. He doesn't want Torji to hold on to the AWP and might want it for himself.
Exceptional.
If this comes in after time, that's going to sting.
Round the block.
Zai might catch him here.
He will, losing it all as well.
Okay, Zai couldn't get to the AWP in time. And Robs bails them out in a big way.
In a very big way.
Massive multi from him. Jimmy's had some impactful moments, right? The kills on the pistol round, there, the flank frag that should open that B bomb site, but it's not to be.
I mean, that round is over if it isn't 3. Robs gets away as well from the attempted trade.
Yeah, so knowing they got away with one there, it's actually MOUZ to call the timeout. So Cyclone on the mic before the money is obsolete. We'll be able to get another full buy. AWP, AKs for everybody, full sets of nades. Pressure still on Vitality, having to work into this CT side. They're in pursuit of their 10th grand final of 2025. Looking for their 9th trophy. And then their 11th head-to-head against MOUZ. It's a lot of numbers, but either way, it's a lot of mind games. This matchup goes deep. And this man on your screen is one that can't go missing in a moment like this.
Didn't feel like he was at the start of Nuke. The end, perhaps a little.
They're coming in, Alex.
They are. Zai was going to flash them in. They're boosted on this box, and they overlook it completely. Ooh, he nearly got the double up, did Mezzi.
Mezzi's the Ivy player. Does Jimmy react off of that to find the gap? He found it last time, but it was through util. There's no immediate reaction. They know that Rob's the B defender, Zai and Apex, 2 of the yard riflers, also on the yo-yo of the rotate. Do they just play out the number advantage and execute together, or do they try and find a gap? Well, Jimmy still parked towards Ivy. Brollan now joining Torji and Spinks over towards the halls. Rob's rotating out right now. Vitality are gambling on the CT side. Brollan with the bomb is the indicator of this finish. Now, if Robs finds a timing push through pop, not only is it information, it's a quick backstab to his site. Looks like they're gambling that it will be an A play. 50 seconds. Silence falls over train. Now heading into pop. Could the gamble really work out? Main blocked. So we're pivoting. Might just have to play towards new box or red. This is looking good.
Positionally sound from the remaining 3 of Vitality. Spinks will come through. Zai mantles up and does remove the first. More required though. It's Robs with 2. Ouch! MOUZ just disappear! Not only on Nuke, but in this round 7, completely squandered the man advantage.
Yeah, right. The 2 opening fights came your way and you just knock them off early. Right, that was a move from Vitality into main that just gets snuffed out. It's 2 rounds in a row where there's been a clear advantage in favor of MOUZ, in rifle rounds, mind you, that they have faltered. Now, normally we talk about not shoving all in a situation like this, having options on the way out. There was no lurk, there was no gap, there was no way to rotate. That was literally all in, and now they're on the pistols. So they had some grit, they had some fight, but that was in the early stages with the back and forth ebb and flow of the force by wars. Flames here to mow them down. Props goes low ramp to join him. The blender set up. Just got to press that button.
Oh, you know what? They gave it a good go. Flames, he still gets 3, despite Brollan's best efforts to just keep it to 1. Oh, that face, that's almost a 1,000-yard stare from Cyclone. Feels like he's just watching helplessly.
If I'm going to be fair, where we talk about the bare minimum amount of rounds, I think MOUZ already have that, if not one extra. And Vitality were able to mount a massive comeback when the chips were down. Now, it was pure domination in the first stages of Nuke, and then the comeback, it felt like it was just going as planned, right? This is Nuke. This is how the CT side goes. Oh, they're missing Util now, so those are the wobbles you don't want to see.
If Apex is throwing the nade that Robs usually does, that means where is Robs?
Catch.
He's throwing out his own version. Doesn't quite dunk on, bit deep. Trying to punish them on the pop line.
Could just be into a B execute right now. They've got enough Util. It's going to be quick, Alex.
Yeah, this is going to be really quick. Maybe Apex and Robs have got some tricks up their sleeve, but Robs up in upper. He's done very well. Okay, Spink 3 HP, goes in for a triple dip.
Apex.
Ooh, where's he going? That's Flames. What is that? The Emperor of Flame decrees this one's done.
Jimmy, you're left in another tough situation. Apex, too busy thinking, how can I set up my teammates, as opposed to how can I keep myself alive? But the alley-oop, the slam dunk, and now the 1v3. The bomb can get planted. The loss bonus, 2,900 going into the next. We'll get a $600 cash injection at a minimum. Jimmy, can you win a massive clutch for your team?
Feels like he might have to. Keep the hopes alive. Extinguish confirms his position and whereabouts. Zywoo jump spots him out and executes. Feel like Flamesy's multi was just miraculous. How's he got all 3 there? And yeah, Xtad's gonna give him a firm pat on the back. Apex looking at him lovingly.
Yeah, admiration. I think the level of expectation that Apex has of a player like Flames is high. He knows, hey, I've seen an aggressive rifler like that in my time. I was you.
Yeah, right. It is. It's like your generational gap.
They know what he's capable of. You know what he can deliver.
And now it's him, Apex, setting him up for the conductor of chaos to do what he does. I feel like over the last couple of days, we've seen just an endless amount of Flamesy impact multis coming out of Flames, flashes, smokes, doesn't matter. Flames finds output.
Yeah, and they really need it, right? Because Zywoo can be an opening force, but normally these AWPers, they go for openers, but then they're rotation pieces. Flames is going to be more aggressive, and this is on the way in. Perfect flash, everybody blinded. That's probably why Apex saying they were blind, right? It's like, yeah, everyone was flashed. Yeah, that was sick. Give me a couple more of those, boss man.
The third was madness, completely through the smoke, just finds Brollan's head immediately. What does this buy from MOUZ have? I mean, whatever this is from MOUZ, what does it have? Not the full investment.
No, and they all had about 3.6. So they want to bring out the Torch Orb, which appears like they do. Zywoo's Orb, however, going to pick through high ramp.
Yeah, Rops this time throwing out that first HE, and he's making a play.
Oh.
He's trying, and he's succeeding. Yeah, leg shot was hit. Robs is low. Are they going to try and, like, accelerate?
You have to know there was 3 players here, right? Because Robs pushed lower, Zywoo got the leg shot through high ramp, and there was a flash. But Torji didn't have to buy an AWP. He'll get one back either way. And MOUZ, they've already won low by rounds. Why not another?
Something that we've also seen in that previous head-to-head was Brollan's impact late out main.
Vitality have already managed 2 more rounds than they did in the last head-to-head. But still, you'd be loving to get 8. That feels necessary after what was the start to this. You won the force buy, but couldn't keep them down.
This always feels like such an audacious call, doesn't it? When you've been stampeding around brown halls, you go...
It's a long rotation.
Fully to Ivy, bar Brollan.
Now, there's Util and Exertion, but do they want to use
has he
it?
still got a smoke? If he, for any reason he was to block them here, it gets awkward fast.
Apex coming over as well.
Is he looking the wrong way? Slips away, enough of a distraction, and it falls apart. Exertion can't get going. Flamesy finds a double up. Make it 3. Okay, the multis keep on flowing. He's having a fantastic start to the CT side, and as you set the line at 8, there will be guns this time in that AWP on Torji.
Yeah, I'm sure that 12-4 to 13-16 scoreline is still rattling around their brains. They've used 2 tactical timeouts within this first half already. I don't think Cyclone's going to want to call one more.
Frustrating way for it to end on Ivy.
And the timing there, right? Mezzi moving away as Apex just gets there.
Do you reckon they saw Mezzi?
Must have just caught the tail of it.
Yeah, because all eyes were on that side camera.
And ZywOo having to sit and watch. He was the only death for them in that one.
Oh, he can't get away with that again.
But this is the change. They've been so much more active towards brown walls. Rops is constantly either being flashed in. There's multiple bodies that they're trying to snuff out the defaults, removing the room.
Oh, that interview you gave with Apex. That's my main takeaway, was how important Apex has concluded denying this space is. Ooh, missed shot between the wickets. Flamesy swinging in. Surely now another double. Miss from Torji and Flamesy's not scared. An AWP fires 2 bullets and you walk towards it. Moth to flame, Flamesy to violence.
No gaps in this one. As you go back, those early clutches, the ramifications of those against Vitality. And ZywOo just going to poke into main. He's got Jimmy to find.
Gets away. Mildly scathed, but
Rops is pushing Brown again.
Yeah, he's got full info.
Just constantly being jarring.
Hello, Xertion finds him. There's a difference maker.
The AWP? Are you playing to save?
Maybe you are.
I think you have to be.
So that kill, that contribution, all it nets you is an AWP into the next. We've talked about how head-to-heads can, differ when you get to the same maps again. But this is a complete contrast with that previous train head-to-head.
And Nuke too, right?
Yeah.
So both teams making some necessary adjustments. It's just Vitality showing their class, and showing their ability. After what we heard was listening again, there was more of the same. We're not connecting, we're not communicating, we're not listening to each other. That was the conversation yesterday against Astralis. More of that within the first, 12 or so rounds of Nuke, and then they completely changed the dialogue, and they're the ones throwing out the pain. So Torji gets the AWP brought through. There's going to be Galils behind what was a saved AK as well.
Yeah, juggling a AWP and M4 is Rops.
Yeah, so an extra piece of this puzzle. Another thorn in the side. One more.
Oh, here's a mix-up. Here's a change-up. Not only is Brollan finding flames early elsewhere, but it's Jimmy playing passive on the Ivy side as Mezzi contact walks it in. Will it be a diligent clear? He's walking in. Oh, Jimmy! Felt like he could have had that one.
Rops is the AWP close here. This will be combat AWPing.
Especially if they go ahead of the smoke. It's unlikely. Spinks will be pathing into the scope.
They're rotating B. Mezzi's coming over to join Apex as well.
How have they got such conviction that A's open?
I think they're just playing for the timing of the reaction. Now Exertion investigates pop. ZywOo.
Can you believe it?
That was a rifle that was aggressive there. Now it's the AWP.
I was looking for Mezzi. I found ZywOo's AWP.
Now you have to go B.
And now Rops is AWP. Oh, it's just lined up perfectly for Vitality. An 8th imminent. Torji cops heavy damage. He's trying as hard as he might. Still has vision on the line. Working down the low ramp is Exertion. His shots. Apex does not make that mistake. Controls the spray. Torji's gone. Drops with the 2. 8 rounds to 4. Is this where it ends in Chengdu for MOUZ? Is there anything to be said as we swap sides? Intel Extreme Masters, Chengdu, China. It is the southwestern Sichuan province. It's the capital. Sichuan known for its spice. We've got plenty of spice here in the server. 2 semi-finals for you. We started with 16, and it's soon to be 3. A grand final spot up for grabs. Vitality leading by example with an 8-4 half. We swap sides.
Our T side is best in the world, and the T side is not good. Promise me that, okay? I promise.
Brollan's made a promise. Vitality's T side's not good. We'll see if the pistol changes that.
B-rush.
It is, keeping it direct. And already, ooh, ouch, goosh for Spinks. No output from Spinks could be problematic. Oh. Never mind. 4 in quick succession. Robs doesn't get a chance to start.
Add another pistol round to the tally there for MOUZ. 3 out of 4 so far, and a necessary one to kick off this campaign. Capitulation not on the menu just yet. Nothing to sink your teeth into if you're Vitality. You might just have to stomach the eco. That rotation time on point, and everybody dies in the blink of an eye. Beautiful. Yeah, you think you're rushing B. There should be maybe 1, 2 players there. If they've done a stack 3, and well, there was 4. Everybody from MOUZ had responded to that with speed. Won't be the back and forth of the economy this time because of the eye pattern that Vitality have opted for. Rops just going to try and get straight down low ramp and punish. Spinks is here on his lonesome for now. Brollan investigates main. Torji jiggling pop. Jimmy Ivan Exertion floating between here, there, and everywhere. So a chance to make it just a 2-round game.
Got to be taking it easy there, Torji.
Yeah, he had a pretty good map number 1, but when you lose the map, I don't think anybody really cares. Spinks has support now of Exertion, so should deal with this one.
Yeah, he's got the perfect free aim for the double kill. There's the Rob Steeg with output. Might lead to a plant as well, you know. Exertion, he's been distracted. And that bomb does go down.
Okay.
Mission accomplished as far as Vitality are concerned. You buy 1 Deagle, you get $600 per player.
So it was going to be the buy either way, but now you get a whole lot extra in the tank. So an injection of 600 plus for everybody once this defuse comes in, and the loss bonus sees Zaiwu in the 5K mark. 5.3 for Mezzi. They can just go for full AKs with full util. What that allows is Apex to call the full smorgasbord of the strat book. Brollan saying they got the best CT side in the world. What a time to prove it. Last time you did the heavy lifting on your T half. So this would be another great comeback, but maybe not in the same fashion.
I mean, this would really be the most legitimate. In the playoffs, squandered advantage on map 1, and then you bounce back, and then you shrug it off. That would change the conversation. That would be a turning of the corner for MOUZ. You made light work of Vitality on this very map. Now an advantage accrued in that first half. MOUZ look to respond.
Yeah, so main control early. They played forward and won multiple fights right now. Rob searching pop. Spinks knows that box halls is clear, so Torji will have to acknowledge this. Brollan also, when he comes back on his clears, yeah, Rops is noted now. Brollan needs to get out of there. He's stuck. He'll be going down.
Oh, trying to bail him out.
2 smokes to help with this. Emergency.
Yeah, but it's worked out. I mean, if I'm Apex, I'm a little concerned. Torji trying to lend a hand as well. Brollan stubborn him in this forward position. He hears that reload of Apex just to the other side of the container. Robs, ooh, it's a standoff versus Spinks. The two of them, they know the angles well. Doesn't find him. Missed shot. Overlooked Apex. Okay, now a 3-on-3. Gets weird now. Torji on that red trade. Jimmy doesn't get a chance. Mezzi was ready. Torji forward position. Spinks was B. Has to play forward. Has to make a play. Unfortunate now, and Apex knows exactly where you are. He's swinging. He's shooting. And Spinks is thrust into a clutch. How is he playing this? Through the smoke, perhaps?
They know it's the B defender, so they will be worried about this, even though it is smoked. He might not even give it a go. They will be able to buy into the next, especially if he holds on to this, if he can.
Apex, ooh, nice tracking. Spinks gets that first. Turn of the flash, understands Mezzi likely towards the camera side. He is having a look. Realizes maybe the venture, a lost cause.
Especially with no kit, he's going to have to drop a gun to one of his teammates in the next round, likely Exertion. I like that from Rops, right? He gets noted towards Pop, and then he just reroutes the whole way back. And if his teammates go down in main, it looks silly. It looks like he can't help. But by rotating all the way back, they're still worried about that Pop linger. So it's another avenue that they have to consider.
Well, especially when you know it's Rob's. Rob's known for his late arrivals, his timely arrivals.
This was huge, though.
Right, I thought Brollan heard the reload, perhaps just assumed he would have repositioned.
Yeah, exactly right, because behind those smokes, you really don't know what resides. That's some great shooting from Apex, and that right there is a 4v3 that they accrued extremely early. Another man advantage situation on Train added to the tally that's fallen against MOUZ.
Okay, well, with Flames' forward positioning, that has me thinking we might have something a bit quicker. Spinks is going to be once again trying his luck behind the smoke on the halls. Brollan, what is that? Just a brazen head-to-head duel with Flamesy.
I think they thought they cleared it out a little bit more diligently than that. Hanging around, they want one back. Exertion, desperate to find a frag to level it into the 4v4. Flamesy can rescind now and play his life. Spinks playing this same angle, just trying to be cheeky and catch a bit of a gap as they scale up. You can see highlighted there. So Jimmy's playing Ivy to block. Exertion and Torgia looking to stuff main. But Romps is on the cusp of Pop. Aid in. Flamesy, lucky to be alive.
Yeah, his restraint has actually kept him in it with 2 HP.
They just need to trade him out, but block, so it's going to have to be Pop to play first, surely.
Yeah, and they're starting to make their moves. Mezzy drawing attention, lots of steps from main. Torgi, Exertion, Jimmy, all focused on this. A side, nice find. Torgi gets some Exertion in combination. Pop do not play first. Fumble the flash and flank from Spinks could end it right here, just like that. Clunky from Vitality and MOUZ profit.
Okay, one where they drew back, the man disadvantaged there. Very well done. Apex is just going to look for anything on the way out the door, but we make it a 2-round game again. That's nice.
Tell you what else is nice is retrieving 4 AKs at the end of the round.
Yeah, and the buy on the other side is lacking. You have Flames with 4K, 3.6 for ZywOo, everyone else wanting. See what they opt in with, 2,400 into the next, so they can definitely equip themselves with something.
Brollan must have really enjoyed watching this one go down.
Yeah, good work staying stubborn around the main fights as well. So they go Hero AK on Flames.
Is he just going to go out? Surely MOUZ's util. Yeah, we'll make that difficult. Oh, he's so blind. 30 HP, hand dead.
Spoke to Cycron, mate. They have a thing called No Rats, where they try and clear out exactly that. So that's what's been run to make sure Flames has no room.
No rats, no room, no retrieval.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem, isn't it? So you're hoping to make a play.
I mean, the ZywOo Desert Eagle may very well find Brollan here. Not able to hit his shot.
Plays ahead of the lurk smoke. Now they're just going to be barraged by more nades. Big one down the back pocket. Mezzy brought to 40.
He's had a quiet series so far.
Good with the Tech 9, though. Let's see. I feel like Rops needs to, be active.
And Brollan, he's managed to finish the job clean. 4 kills in the round for their captain. MOUZ making a 1-round game.
Might be time for a tactical timeout.
Yeah, maybe it is time to get Xtaz on that microphone. Doesn't look like he's calling it immediately.
It's just interesting with the buy that they went for there. They're still a little bit light on with some of their players, so it's a bit more investment than I originally gleaned. So that's a odd one there from Vitality to go so heavy-handed. It's going to be another round that is essentially the same. 1 hero AK and pistols on the rest. Maybe this buy pattern catches MOUZ off guard because of how much of investment has gone into the previous. I was just going to search, maybe just walk out high ramp, see if you catch them on a timing. Exertion up to device. Spinks playing Thomas. The 2 of them set and ready.
Apex swallows that HE. Still will be throwing out the flashbangs.
So quiet, isn't it, across the rest of the map?
Feels like the Exertion Spinks duo, it's unlikely they don't have any output. That's the fight, that's the trade. Okay, Flames goes, but ooh, info on Exertion. And they're into the site, through the low ramp. Rops his Desert Eagle, removing Torji. Gets weird if Jimmy goes down. Important fight. One out by Exertion. Sure, you get the bomb plant. Couple of nice shots out of Rops' Deeg, but it will be a tied game. Yeah, maybe for MOUZ's mental, Chad, they have to start on the downside.
Yeah, look, Rops has got 20 kills so far. He had a fantastic first half of play. ZywOo hasn't been the menace the same way he was on Nuke. He's at 11, Flames with 13, some impactful moments. Apex with 6, Mezzy with 7. It's just Torji who seems to be missing on the MOUZ side, and this is the first tactical timeout. So Xtaz saving this for a rainy day. I guess we saw where the cash was at in those rounds. He was just happy to let him slide. But that feels like, I don't want to say 2 wasted rounds, but 2 rounds where maybe some financial decisions could have got them into buys earlier. Still no T-side ZywOo AWP. And the only round you have in your T-hall so far, Vitality, is the first rifle round that was immediately responded to. That rifle round as well, you had one-man advantage in a 4v3. It was Apex, man on your screen, who has been putting in a big performance, captain, caller, and motivator of this team. Thanks to him, they had a chance on Nuke. Can he stir them into action again? They have been very quiet. What was a 7-round run into the halftime break has been 1 round since.
Now you've got every bell and whistle you could possibly desire.
They want to condition Ivy a bit more this round. Look at Apex as that loose piece, right? When you see him, it's going to show what's premeditated. And right now, looking to force U2 out of Jimmy. Flashed off, greeting his nades. Eternal Clock there, understanding the scaling. He's the Ivy Lurk himself. He knows these games well. Him and Mezzy, it's a curious head-to-head. It's not always an active head-to-head. It's definitely one that they both consider.
Are they going to progress here?
Yeah, they are. Taking room because of the Ivy pressure.
And Robs is rather isolated in his responsibility to curtail any CT aggressions here.
They're playing to give it over, so this is known, and Robs is ready for any type of aggression. So if you're Vitality, you're aware of the room. Now, Torji's molodoing right here. How deep does he go?
Feels like it's likely Flames just walks into this line. A little bit of a jiggle, but easy pick off. Nice from Torji to start MOUZ off on the right foot.
And he's away.
Jimmy responsible for this late arrival of Apex. And in the meantime, his team is getting picked apart. Apex does manage to win 1 duel. 2 on 4. Rob, what you got? Nothing more.
Yeah, if he could have dealt with that. There's a chance for ZywOo to join, but the rotation was pretty swift from MOUZ. Looks like ZywOo is just going to have to save this, and MOUZ putting that best CT side in the world on display, as Brollan said.
Well, he also was very critical of Vitality's T, and it's starting to certainly be reinforced by a result.
Good work from Torji. I understand he doesn't have a lot of kills so far, but those ones are really impactful. You find the first, you fall back, you find another incision. That's great work. That's what you want, right? It's not all about the combat or being the flicks. It's about making map control difficult, and if Spinks takes this one away... Oh dear, that's after time. $100 for ZywOo. In trouble now. Inferno looms.
Third map decider, Inferno, semi-final, could be fun.
Yeah, well, for me, it's more about MOUZ piecing their mental back together. I thought they were done like a dog's dinner after the way that they capitulated on map number 1. This is great. This is what you want to see. This team that has struggled against Vitality for the entire first season has come into the second with a score to settle. They're currently 2-1 the second half of 2025. They don't want to go down without a fight. They don't want to be the whipping boy anymore.
We're into round 20.
Alex, we've had 3 rounds that are so similar in terms of the buy. It just feels desperate. It lacks an idea, and sure, the money means it's tough to do anything. But how are you meant to win with this?
Exertion. Inquisitive towards that pop smoke.
It's too telegraphed. The map's so quiet. No pressure anywhere.
Lurk smoke, second wave. Exertion once again will start to work on the flank, gets the gun out, Spinks. Empty hands, great shot, Flames his Tech 9. Now Jimmy's on notice. The flank has been revealed. He missed his shots. They know about you. You lost your element of surprise and now you've lost your head. We saw MOUZ do that on Nuke as well. Vitality, third time's the charm on these wiggly buys. Just a rifle, a couple of Tech 9s, and that's how it goes down. Flamesy leaves with an AWP. He came in with just a pistol. 3 kills later, he's changed the narrative.
I guess it doesn't matter how telegraphed the round is if you hit your shots like that. MOUZ don't hear anything across the rest of the map. There's no pressure anywhere. The BXQ comes in and they lose the opening exchange. It just falls apart, crumbles like a house of cards. Here it is again. So fumbling with the nades, they jumped out. Great shot. And the amount of these rounds, if you go back and look at the matches Vitality have had and the ones of these that are won, they just shift the game. That's a gimme. It should have been 11. Now we're all tied up. Can't replicate that. What's the call? ZywOo's AWP probes out mid, pushed away by the early nades. Torji's AWP in pop. Great weapon for the job. Lurk smoke main, draws Brollan close up. Spinks has Brown Wall's control, but still wants exertion alongside. It's pressure towards Jimmy on Ivy. Just playing smoke molly defense. Surely Torji just has another if Rops rounds this corner without any util.
Robs has got that flash lineup though. Saw him lining it up previously. Just one flash, all he has.
Block smoke towards lower ramp makes you feel that there shouldn't be a player postured forward at high ramp. So let's see if they clear Spinks if they want to finish B.
We have yet to see Spinks' little pixel gap here pay off.
No sound cues giving off that flash.
The whole squad. I think they've gotten to a bit of a false sense of security, some passing glances at the potential. Flamesy now responsible, Mezzy too. It's ZywOo working Ivy solo AWP. We've seen MOUZ do this before. Oh! And that's because the AWP's gone. Rops has just wallbanged him out of the round. That will change him.
There you go, Yard. The AWP's gone. The long range is gone.
Crazy. Brollan all off. Jimmy hell. Rob's trying to sell something. Has exertion confirming nothing down the ramp in the Z connector. He's done well. Jimmy, Brollan, everyone from MOUZ taking it in turns.
Safe.
Picks apart Vitality and 11 is there, secured.
There's got to be something in the prep there that tells Rops there's an AWP in pop. Right, because he hasn't peeked around the corner. He's gone back, he's just wallbanged, right? So there's something in the setup there that MOUZ do. And that was a free opener. It doesn't come freer than a wallbang kill. Right, you have a hope and a prayer to get that one done. Torji's going to be feeling pretty hard done by. But Vitality are the ones under pressure. They take their second tactical timeout. Both of them used so far on this T half. So Xtaz was happy with the CT distribution of rounds, but you've won a rifle round the first of the half, and you've won a pistol pounce into B. So the blue wall of MOUZ.
I mean, you know the round's gone badly when it's just over like that.
Yeah, and there was you're coming out of pop, so we'll catch it again here. People should be pretty familiar with these lineups now. And Vitality are one of the teams that they were doing it against Falcons at EPL, right? They were spamming Kisuke at E-Box. They were spamming Nico top red. I said Kisuke as well when you play a little bit more dynamic. It's like, okay, we know where he's going to be most of the time. Right. So, okay, well, almost out of opportunities here, Vitality.
Big round.
The game looking to go the distance.
Same routine for Jimmy. This time AWP catches a glimpse of him. Reads the nades, exchange with Mezzy. Same story. Brollan confirms main is still under their control.
Need to force the gap, force some rotations. MOUZ feel like they have a lot of map control a lot of the time. Exertion supports Jimmy on Ivy. Torji and Brollan hold main. They can also watch pop from there. So this is looking like a pretty strong setup. The biggest weakness would be a B execute. They're ahead of the lurk smoke.
Yeah, feels destined for glory. Does Torji? Flashed off. And frag anyway. Flamesy down. Two-man main setup. Break that. Oh, jumping over the AWP shot's one way to do it. Messi, he finds it. Gets him going. Good nade. Solid connection. Two players worse for wear as Rob slips out. Does he spot the player on back of bomb? He's getting across. Back of bomb is Exertion. Robs is sneaking. He's creeping and he should have the flag. Books him. Awkward now. Spinks, they know he's the B player. Jimmy, Ivy. Keeping this within 1 round.
Might have to save. Just hold on to these guns. There's not much cash on Torji. Everyone else has residuals, so maybe we'll just give this one over. The two extremity players, Spinks and Jimmy, just going to float around, see what they can find.
Messi is making, you know, Neo.
This is the thing,
MOUZ.
right? If you look at one moment within a round that changes the outcome, it's that right there. Just jumping over that shot, putting under pressure. Because the initial flash was great from Flames. The problem was he was unable to put himself in a position to go for that hard clear. Because even though you throw that lurk smoke, they can be on top of red to look over it. So he was worried about players deeper than they were. That'll be the third T-side round for Vitality now. And this is another game where it's felt the entire time like it was going to go the distance. Like, this is no surprise. The level of intensity, it's been here the entire series. Unfortunately, we got that factor. There it is. That right there.
What's crazy is if you'd have shown me that setup and said, how do Vitality end up winning this round, I wouldn't have said he baits the AWP shot, jumps over it, actually.
Well, you've heard of a Flying Dutchman. That's a jumping Brit.
Yeah, lesser seen, but just as effective. Timeout called. Cyclone, that's his last opportunity to get on the mic pre-overtime.
Do you want to hear the worst case scenario?
Go on then.
You lose this round, you have 1,900 loss bonus going into the next. Vitality hunt you to the hills, wipe the board, and that's all the cash you have to splash.
Compromised.
And that's only to push it to overtime. So Vitality, you've got them right where you want them to close this in regulation and book your 10th grand final of the year.
Opening salvo. Opening spams. Robson Exertion, perhaps the first point of friction.
They're changing it up, the flow now. It's going to go straight into a B execute.
Okay, yeah, so he will throw out block util. Spinks spotted them on the cross.
Messi's dropped that lurk smoke. Brollan playing over it. Spinks is on his own right now.
Apex catches nade damage.
The timing on this will be the difference maker. Torji's rotating in now, but will he get there in time?
Looks like he will. Responsible for upper, swinging it deeper into the line. Zaiwu has an AWP as well on the T side. And Exertion going to try and lend a hand on the flank. AWP v AWP surely favors Torji on this one. Actually, no, reacts, flashed off the line. Losing vision. Flashes have connected, but there's Spinks. Apex gone, Exertion in combination, puts Vitality on the back foot, heavy. Oh. Nice shot from Spinks. Makes light work of the situation. They test his bomb site, and he passes in pursuit at 12. MOUZ, avert disaster. And coming into the last round of regulation will be well equipped. Not only guns, but T-guns. 3 Kalashnikovs finding their way onto the defensive side.
And that was a good response there from MOUZ, right? They weren't worried about having to rotate back through the choke points. They snuffed them out. I thought Exertion sticking around maybe a little bit too long, but he's significant in this. You see there, catching Messi back turned. And that actually alleviates so much pressure, right? Because Torji was flashed off the line. They had removed a lot of key positions. MOUZ, this is your chance again. On Nuke, you had 8 of these. On Train, you've got 1. Level this up, 1-1, take us to Inferno. We all remember those fireworks. Again,
Feels
straight in for the B execute.
Feels a little bit suspicious. No nades early. There it is, that's a nade right on the face. Zaiwu and Apex looking a little wonky. Is it just going to be that direct finish? Look at the damage inflicted. Spinks working with just 16 points of health. There's an Exertion find down the ramp. MOUZ looking good. Flamesy a disruptor. As always, keeps Vitality in it just a little bit. They're all there though. Exertion dipping behind the smoke as Flamesy tries to catch Jimmy, ascending towards Device. Play to the smoke, fight found. Flamesy keeps them in it. MOUZ holding on. Reload found, but so are the bullets connecting Jimmy and Torji in unison. Flamesy has to do it all. An ace clutch demanded of him. He's been doing so much work, but Torji takes us to Inferno. MOUZ, every single round required, but they will not go down. Their spirit should have been broken after Nuke, but this is a new MOUZ, a corner turned, Inferno awaits. Doubtably confirms MOUZ have their former nemesis. They can now call a rival. If anything, they have their number as we get ready. Deciding map, a spot in the grand finals at stake. As we head into Inferno, will it meet that same intensity we saw across not only this series but the prior? Somewhat of an iconic battleground to separate the good from the great.
Last time around was all about Banana and the traps that MOUZ laid. MOUZ won the knife, decided to start on the CT side, and a clash towards Banana looking likely. Jimpphat sandbag, Spinks playing deep, and on the line, Brollan. Jimmy patrols middle, and Torji alongside for support. There'll be a clash Banana, no doubt about that.
Yeah, it's actually Flames' pathing, doesn't work out for him. It's a good one back, but overwhelmed. ZywOo can't get more than one. MOUZ win it out. The early battle for top Banana control, flying the MOUZ flag.
Rops is parked towards the base of Apps, so I'm not sure if he's waiting for a push or looking to activate for a late round pivot, but they charge up Banana. They make no secret of it. Exertion will be hearing this. See him triple box back of the site. It keeps Brollan close by. Looks like Rops is going to have to activate for something. Apex with the util. Juggling it so he has two smokes to work with. Can smoke long and Moto. First one falls. As he now partners up with Rops, Apex heads back to B, continues to be noisy, wants to keep the 2-2 split, and it's better than that. Torji bites down, it's all on Jimmy.
Just one man responsible for an entire bomb site. Vitality flooding in, Jimmy's overlooked it. Okay, they worked it out, Jimmy's not dead yet. Somehow a second Lisa life does revolve around Jimmy, gets Rops, and a clean one from Torji. Beheads Mezzi all onto Apex. He'd love a plant. Maybe he can still get one. I don't think Torji's going to allow it. Oh, he will. Just enough time. Apex gets his team some extra cash, but MOUZ take another pistol.
4 out of 5. They just keep coming. One of the win conditions we talk about alongside of opening kills. So that one doesn't go their way with the top Banana fight. Another B trap, and there's going to be more of that with the guns.
Fair play to Jimmy getting one there. Thought he'd like completely not registered that they'd dropped out. A bit late to react, but it works out for him. You can see Mezzi was just a moment too late.
And a good shot from Torji. Just peels the head back. Bomb goes down, so the force buy follows. Galil's 2, Tech9's 3, and there were some of the rounds that Vitality were running yesterday against Astralis that was more direct and poppy towards A. They had this pop flash top mid to blind the Porch player, and then just a rally of Utah that would follow. So they weren't just having the default spread and Banana control battles. That was essentially Exertion and Spinks, your A rotator, constantly being set up by Brollan. And this is going to affect the pathing that Vitality used for Banana control, as well as the layering of Util. So I'm curious to see, do they go for more half-wall boost on the T side to give it extra elevation? Do they use more utility? Do they go log boost to make sure that there's a second prong to be able to help the Banana control that's being taken? But right now, no Banana space at all for Vitality as we settle into a standard round. Spinks rotates back to the A site. Jimmy and Torji partnered up on the Porch side. Vitality in absolutely no rush, allowing this early utility that held them at bay to be siphoned through. Nade lands, does no damage. Spinks brought back across, so back and forth they go. It looks like it will be an A finish. 50 seconds on the clock as we settle into this one.
Making their move. Just Jimmy and Torji, and Jimmy, ooh, doesn't hit that first headshot. He's so desperately sought, but does better. Finds 2 in the single magazine. He's reloaded as well. Rob thinks twice about it. Good decision making, as now Spinks is low as well. They've got the sight, Vitality in it to win it for the second round force.
Doubling up in pit with these rifles is going to be very, very strong.
Oh, especially, yeah. They're the healthy members. Even a Molotov finds its way into Apex's grasp.
Now, I don't see a kit, but I do see Brollan late in through Apps. He could be the difference maker, spring into action with the MP9.
Yeah, it's just an MP9 though, and he's up against Robs. Robs on that fight.
They're going back, they're saving. Just looking for damage. Exertion's giving it up, Spink's the same. Brollan is just making sure they don't get to carry things through for free.
How Zywoo alive there. Wow, the wall doing a lot of work. Only delays the inevitable. Zywoo will not exit with that Galil, but the M4s, they're actually heading in for a collision. Chasing Exertion.
Won't be the first and probably won't be the last as well with these force buys back in between the two after the pistol round. So we've had quite a few of these within the series. Sure that they can both get it done with less. So retaining those M4s is big. Torji and Jimmy can operate with MP9s. Inferno to allow those closer corridors set up depending.
Yeah, Torji's flash ensuring that double kill came through. Jimmy had a lot of hang time on that spray. Got through the full magazine.
And this is where Mind Games conversation is huge because of what I was discussing about the top banana setups for MOUZ. So not only do you have to call their bluff of are they even going to run the same game plan, it's if they do, what adjustments do we have, and what adjustments to the adjustments of MOUZ already figured out.
They watch the same demo.
Exactly, right? So it's just that constant, and this is the thing where the adjustments can be made, and the adjustments do make the difference at the end of the day, but your players need to be in the right state of mind, and I think we can put that conversation to bed after a 12-4 capitulation on map 1 to turn it around, to get past in all 24 rounds on map 2. That shows that MOUZ are not the MOUZ they once were.
Not mice, but men.
Here's what I'm talking about. Banana thrown, util, now back to A4 waiting.
Yeah, they're all in the right place. It feels like Spinks is destined for glory here, especially when they get softened up. Spinks has got backsturn, a multi-kill available. Cherry on top is Brollan finishing off the job. Rops alone. Oh. And a lot of damage. You'd have loved the conversion. Brollan gets away with just 3 points of health. The smoke will raise some questions about that bomb's retrieval.
Time is the bigger issue right now for Rops.
He's managed to kind of manufacture a... Oh, he's so close to catching Brollan. That would have made it a whole lot more interesting on the A side.
Good move from Exertion, closing the door on this. Rops might just be looking for the save now, and that's going to be tougher thanks to Exertion, making sure he can't exit T stairs. 11 seconds, and Rops will grab another. So the Force by Wars will rage on as we do go 2-1 for MOUZ.
Just running into the Lion's Den there, didn't they?
But that's it, right? This is exactly as I'm bringing it up. Now, they had 3 players longside, right? You had 1 Arch, 1 Moto, 1 Trash, and they walked into it. So in terms of playing ahead of Apex and his calls, Brollan is doing a good job.
And his dink there onto Flamesy just completely sold Spinks' corner. It really set him up for success there against that double kill. Shake of the head from Zywoo.
Yeah, and they know that they've just walked into another trap. 2 AKs, 3 Tech 9s.
All right.
Yeah, it's just going to be back and forth of this until someone breaks serve.
Jimmy times his utility and forcing Robs forward. Robs takes this as an invitation for a brawl.
Jimmy's heard that, has to pass backwards.
Brollan just lost half of his health, braving the flame, but they still have full banana info as Torji spotted out. Zywoo's presence noted, AKs in their hands. Look at the reaction.
The thing is, MOUZ know their timings quite well, so they've blocked for the apps pop, they've rotated back, and then Exertion left over towards B has just smoked off logs. You're not going to push through that if you're Vitality. You don't want to call the bluff in a round like this.
You wouldn't dare. So once again, it's going to be Vitality walking into a very well-stacked site.
It's a stalemate at the moment, but at least the positive is they have brackets. So if they can get banana control back, there's still enough time to pivot, but playing for info is Spinks now.
Yeah, as he's swinging over the flames. There's Rob Spoiler. They're coming for him. This is the fight he was waiting for. Jimmy beats him to the punch. Flamesy lingers mid. Apex to try and lend a hand. He's actually maneuvering the bomb forward. As Flamesy, presents his back to Jimmy. A nice one back from Apex, but maybe too little. Torji and Jimmy in position to deal with this. And only 25 seconds for Vitality to try and break in. Even Brollan's on his way. Zero at the clear. And he finds it cleanly. He overlooked the second. Jimmy down. A 2-on-2 emerges. Apex doing everything right. Oh, careful now. Mezzi cannot give his life up.
Smoke comes in, blocked. They might have to go short side.
Apex's first 3 contributions, and it is to continue to this arm wrestle for economic control. Doubled up and walking. Mezzi on Graveyard. Brollan's clear. Looks good. Mezzi's quick up. Just an MP9 flies into the side. Oh, an exertion! Finds the kit in time. That means an awful lot to MOUZ. No longer will the Forced by Wars rage on. They come out on top despite Apex's best efforts.
Yeah, that right there was another captain's round from Apex. He does some massive work to channel them into the side. He's doing it all, showing the old entry fragging ways. The second one I love, just so direct with the clear, knows that this fight has to be won, and then the trade work, ZywOo goes down, he swoops in, confirms that the bomb gets planted, he smokes off towards Moto, but Mezzi, who's been having a tough tournament, can't take care of Exertion, who is one of those players you want to see showing up in the big games for MOUZ. There is an AK for ZywOo. There's still something to keep this round interesting. Will not just be a walkover, but it will be more of the same slow crawl pace. We haven't even been able to see what the banana timing spacings.
Oh, you might not get any of that either. ZywOo somehow actually responds to Exertion's damage.
Well, Robs does have Kevlar, so he could donate this elsewhere, but right now Robs is in Boiler.
I think they want to try and run down that B player, or at least that's what they're threatening. You can see Torji, big reaction as well. Rob's still in apartments as Jimmy and Spinks vacate the A-bomb site.
No smokes, and they will trade out those guns. So there is, no head armor, but at least Robs has something to equip himself with as they group up and head through halls. Now, massive gap, mid-blocked.
Okay, that's
but this is where you have to call the bluff in around this. Now, they don't know, but because you got these players end of halls, Apex can flash, they can go.
It might be too little, too late. Spinks is arriving in library. Jimmy tries to puff up his chest a little more. They don't have the sight, and now they've got 3 on the A site. Brollan just arrives on library. Good flash for 1. ZywOo does fly in, gets output out of that Tech 9. Where's that Rob's rifle? Spinks is doing everything he can. Back at the site, a 3rd on the USP. Finally felled. Torji in a 1 versus 2. ZywOo responsible for that bomb plant.
He's got nades.
Oh, yeah, not going to be easy to stop that, but could catch ZywOo if he places it correctly.
Missed throw.
Completely. ZywOo crouching out behind the box. Missed shot. Torji may have seen enough.
Oh, just as we thought, the Forced by Wars would come to their natural conclusion. They get it done with a hero AK. You think Spinks on the side delivering 3. It's that spam through the smoke. ZywOo gets brought down to 7 HP at the start of the round, but still finds the opener, and they're able to convert from there. That rotation, sure, it's on the way, but whatever the kill is that ZywOo got, jumping out of apps, that was huge, right? He gets the opener, and in my mind, the decision maker, they had to deal with Spinks. He was starting to rack up bodies, but he was under a lot of pressure and should have been dealt with eventually.
Yeah,
good one from ZywOo.
That 3rd flying Tech 9. This is this, so he gets brought
down through onto Brollan.
Actually returns the favor.
Excuse me, and then this is the one jumping out. Yeah, you're dead. Yeah, what's that bullshit? That's massive. Right, like the fact he's getting more output.
And especially considering we said, they've got the bodies there in time. Spinks gets all of this. If Jimmy didn't get 1 banged in pit, different round.
And not in the standard anchor position of Bike either, right? He's open to be able to set up that crossfire.
I mean, those are ZywOo rounds. We've heard it multiple times from opponents facing this team is that you will have to just shrug one of those off.
Well, what becomes the problem at this point is that the loss bonus hasn't started to build for either team. So we're going to be offset by quite a lot of rounds. We're going to be deep within the first half before we get the regular flow. And we might not get there at all if saves keep coming through. There's no reason MOUZ can't win around with the saved AWP and the upgrades behind it.
As he looks like he's got a bit of a quicker pep in his step. Yeah, Exertion, you're going to be under scrutiny. Throws out an extinguish. They know they've got him trapped. Support is there. Oh, and the frags come through for MOUZ. Just one back. The nade actually finds the trade. Exertion gets it now. Brollan alone, just in time. He throws out the block smoke.
But look at Robs. He's got this massive gap. They can settle into the round right now. Jimmy and Torji are going to have to push. They know that they've left this open, so they can't really head back into the unknown. As Robs flanks onto B.
He's quick on this.
And the timing is going to be ahead of the possible banana flank for sure. Does he go all the way around Ruins? That's the safe bet. But remember, you're on a stage. The crown surge could cost you.
Ooh, it doesn't this time. Robs' long lurk has opened up the B site for a comfortable finish.
Just punch, bomb goes down. Jimmy, long rotation, might want to try and grab a rifle dropped over towards Banana if he can. So we'll stay on board with him because for Torji's sake, he's just going to be holding the line to make sure that they're not exiting in through CT. And that fight went their way in the early stages. It was the nade that came through to level it out into the 3v3, and then it was Romp's proactivity that made the difference. He had a tough time on Inferno being able to get that room. Felt like they had a good leash on him. Jimmy with a defensive smoke trying to channel them into Torji's AWP over towards Spawn. They will need to find a safe haven on the exit. Apex with some good moves as Jimmy trying to just batter them away, but they will be able to escape. So Jimmy gets to keep the dig. Torji keeps the AWP. But they are going to have to take the save right now and relinquish control. We're tied up 3-3. Reflect on the last time we found ourselves on Inferno, the third and the start of the triple OT. The first two maps, Train and Nuke, were about the proficiency of the T sides for teams on their own map choice. The series today has played out much differently. But Inferno, where the change came in, was it was the CT sides, 2 8-4 halves, where we're seeing 7-5s, T side leans. It was about those traps. Now, that's why the Torji AWP has a look, scampers back, needs a pick. Because of the stall out of not getting the rifles, they're probably not able to go with the game plan of how they wanted, right? These are more impromptu rounds because you're dealing with weirder buys, lesser util, saved guns. So you're settling into the gun rounds that were discussed going into the next.
Torji, uncharacteristic, even a flick like that. We've grown to expect him to hit him.
Well, you know where the AWP is, so do you want to try and take some room while he's in rotation?
I suspect Jimmy's life will be short-lived here. That armored Deagle actually will have some support from Torji, so his apartment's angle held before Rops gets set up. Okay, now you know where the AWP is.
Yeah, might just execute B with the current complexion.
It makes sense. It really is it's a 3 USP defense of B.
And Flamesy can break that. Torji's going to be here. They're coming in.
God Flash eaten, Flamesy blind. Could be covered. Yes, he is. Zywoo's there. Sphinx's USP gets going. Temporarily.
More of the same for the last round. Just Jimmy and Torji looking to hold on to what they brought into this round. Zywoo with a triple. Was great on map 1, a little bit quieter on map 2, but back alive here on Inferno. Flames is the one yet to get going, 0-6.
You said it already, but Inferno, last time in this head-to-head, it was that Sphinx and Exertion just pop-off performances.
And if you look at that from Vitality's perspective, every time they went to get top banana / half wall control, they were lining up. And that for them, they probably dismiss as, oh, they got the luckiest timings in the world.
Right. Again and again.
But if you're MOUZ, you manufactured that. You were hanging around with 3 players top banana for 50 seconds.
Right.
You knew the patterns of utility, and that's why it needs to be different out of Vitality. Now, I think Vitality are more than happy that this game has been dragged into the mud, into this force by back and forth style of game. That's 3 consecutive rounds, the most anyone's posted yet within these 7. And that's because they broke serve, but in an unlikely fashion. Zywoo's impacted this one.
Well, yeah, really.
Very minimal because it's the USPs. It's the previous one with the Flying Tech 9 and the Hero AK. That's the one that caused the big dent. Right now, MOUZ have got a bee in their bonnet. This is where that game plan I was talking about starts to mature, but it's the AWP starting top banana, not the 3 rifles.
Battle on 2 fronts simultaneously. Flamesy and Robs Pressuring abs, and ZywOo's going to have to make a move. Oh, Torji doesn't find him. ZywOo only for a moment, there's Exertion. Waiting to scream his name and hold a banana. A double kill that could be the end of him. Hang on, the flash is through. There's Torji to ensure it doesn't spiral.
Just Flames wants to get off the goose egg right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's his primary objective in round 8. Just get something. Peeking into Spinks, though, no guarantee. Look at this off angle. You're not ready for it.
Yeah, Exertion is going to be feeling it because based off what I just said, that was deep banana. That wasn't half wall. So MOUZ are prepared with different waves and they know that the mind games play into this. It'll be a different flow. So instead of waiting for them to get half wall, this time they stall them out before they can get there. And the channeling of Yuto is a thing of beauty.
You see that double incendiary?
Yeah, right. The Logs one flushes them over towards Broom. Then the Broom lands. Now they're in the wide and they just get spammed down. How did there miss long smoke? You can see that as likely pressure, but here we go. We got pace.
Yeah, ZywOo just wants to take a fight.
Team flash.
Flash in his face. Hello, Exertion versus ZywOo. Headshot provided. Goes wide as well. He's not playing scared. And neither are Vitality. We've got a double smoke. They just want to run in. Oh, this pace change. It's awkward for Brollan. He just can't hold on to it. Loses his grip. Jimmy should have Robs. Still can't win it out. Wow. Well, it's definitely not the textbook approach.
Yeah, brute force will remove the layering, won't it? Whatever plan you had coming into that is completely negated by that fast and furious nature. ZywOo the crowbar. Sure, he's the quote-unquote AWPer for this team, but he can do it all and has done. It's 10 kills now. It was Apex the follow-through. The Frenchmen combined to get the 5th. Well, Rops's death has given over the position of Torji. This AWP feels like it's eternal. Removing it.
Will he get away with it?
I don't think so. ZywOo says no. Openers and closers from the Whoop. Second tactical timeout, Cycrant not liking the way that one tastes. It's 5k on Brollan, 4.9 Torji. Spinks is already straightened with the buy. Exertion and Jimmy can operate with Famis's or MP9, so they would be all good in the hood for a purchase. This is when you look at a game and you say we haven't even been able to settle into rifle rounds because of the flow, but that's it. You were on the receiving end of some tough losses, but you also had some cheeky wins. That's the nature of the beast if you're going to fight fire with fire in the 4 spies. Even with the team flash there onto ZywOo, still able to make through and delete that of Exertion. You can see his frustration starting to brew. The MP9 round from him was one of those key pieces to keep them in the early exchange. And what's the frustration? Cyclone there to try and...
I'm no lip reader, but I think he ended his sentence with the word help.
Okay, yeah, well, it's not what we want to see.
Retake Util lined up. It's Exertion. Not overcommitted on sandbags this time. Oh, wait, Rops, out of nowhere, just takes the fight onto Torji. Sideline, quick swipe, here comes Exertion, finds it through the Molotov entirely, and he's going for more. Oh, he's feeling himself, he's taking out his frustrations on Vitality. Massive from Exertion, finds himself his 10th kill. Flamesy working on this one, perfectly timed, but doesn't control the spray. Good work from Jimmy, massive. A and B passing the test simultaneously.
Yeah, Flames right now is really struggling. He was a key factor in the last head-to-head on Inferno, and right now 0 and 8. Chance or 2 for a kill as ZywOo. He's heard that.
Oh,
good round from Jimmy.
Yeah, incredible output.
I was going to say, it feels like Rops has definitely been tasked with making sure he's applying more pressure over towards A. And the same was on Train. Yeah, well, happens to the best of us.
I mean, Flamesy has been the best of them.
He's definitely been extremely influential, and this is tough right now. He doesn't strike me as the type of kid who's going to get in his own head about the scoreline. He knows where his impact can come from.
Yeah, he had a 34 frag total in their triple overtime affair on that 3rd map, Inferno, in that group stage head-to-head. Feels like that's not going to be met. But still, I mean, we're dead even. 3rd map, semi-final. I'm still in reflection, looking at this MOUZ, I'm impressed. Exertion is doing it again.
It's a chessboard game with players having must-win multis like this.
Didn't need to see much, did Jimmy?
I'm loving the detail on this, but Flames in with the Tech 9. AKs for the rest, and problem is, Util lacking for vitality, so it might have to be a direct finish or a very slow round. Oh, they got the slow part covered, don't they?
Trying to find any gap he can to punish his Exertion's forward position, and the Flash has really done wonders. In combination with the HE puts Mezzy 50. Spinks on the way over.
Another big nade.
Brollan, Coffin, Exertion blocks.
Okay, so they bait out the Util. They only have smokes to finish with.
Yeah, but an abundance of them.
Yeah, the problem is, though, pushing players off angles is going to be the hard part. So 4 smokes is cool. What's the plan?
If it's Arch side, Spinks is here. Okay, there's a smoke considering that. Checking all the boxes, jumping over his spray. They are accelerating. Torji tuck, Jimmy spotted out. ZywOo brought a little lower. There's Torji's position now. Whereabouts noted. Robson Mezzy spinning around. Apex is ready. Catches the push of Brollan. Both trapped behind those smokes. So well utilized. Every single one of those smokes put to good use and now picking up extras.
Oh, this is classic Inferno, isn't it? But you understand. They want to tie things up 6-6 at the half. And the setup, they did thread the needle. They get the weaker of the sites. They isolate the rotation player. Flames makes the space. That's likely what the pat on the shoulder is about. Who's able to draw the crosshairs. Someone's got to do it. But he would love to get himself on the board. Spinks and Exertion hold on to these. And this is setting ourselves up for what will be a dash to the finish. The second half, it will change. Teams will have to start playing for the rounds, and it will be vitality on the CT side. They're not going to be able to go for the saves time and time again. MOUZ are attempting to min-max. For the last flow of 7 rounds, Vitality have been able to win 5. And it felt like MOUZ were the ones who won out the Force by Wars. They were the first to break serve, get consecutive, but we return to that hero AK of ZywOo. That's where things have really spilled over, because then that meant there's the saved AWP from Torji, they force by behind it, they get the same situation, then they have to eco behind it, and that's waylaid things as Flames the man who is receiving the attention right now in the technical timeout. So I want to get things sorted.
Turns out he played the first 10 rounds with his mono roll.
No sound. Do have Furia taking on Falcons coming up next. That should be another banger of a matchup.
I'm just intrigued to see if this, Falcons form stays consistent for an entire playoff.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, right? EPL, they made the final, they get blown out 3-0 by Vitality. If they get into the final again and they're up against Vitality again, it needs to be more resistance, it needs to be more like Melbourne.
And that's an if.
Yeah, exactly.
Given the current state of affairs, not one I'm ready to commit to.
I think Fury have been in some nice form, and Molodoy on the AWP.
He's the Kazakh, and you're the Stans.
Yeah, great line from Harry.
To Harry Russell one time.
All right, take your shoot sorted. Final round and more of the same. Just these stringy buys for either team has been the conversation of the first half. AK, 2 M4s, Famous, MP9.
Exertion. Oh. What is that? Little fadeaway one tap on Apex's jump spot. Can't be serious. He gets the advantage and then takes this risk as 3 AK-47s unload. He sticks around. He gave it a go. Spinks will hoover up and just take that space right back. You wouldn't expect another, would you? You'd feel like you dealt with that forward position, that car player. And then Spix on the flash, comes on out for one more. Flames is on the board, ladies and gentlemen. 12 rounds deep, Flamesy finds it. It's an important one as well. Dorji rotates over, just an MP9 to his name, drops a couple of nades. Jimmy under scrutiny mid. Rops asks questions of the long side. Final round of this half.
Can execute B with these two mollies. Smoke CT, potential molly for coffins, one for backside, or it looks like they're just going to hit the go through this.
They're across from the first spam. Brollan has the incendiary, could throw it out. Stop their progressions. Flamesy pushing through. Torji overlooked. Double kill! Massive from Torji! Awkward for Robs, nothing left, just him, and it's found by Brollan. Dead even. 6-6, Vitality and MOUZ, 3 maps deep, and they are inseparable. Couldn't separate MOUZ and Vitality. Certainly not in 2 maps, and here in the 3rd, it's dead even as well. MOUZ both 6, coming into the T side of Inferno. It is make or break. A grand final awaits. The first semi-final here at the Intel Extreme Masters Chengdu. Falcons Furia to look forward to later in the day. But we've got to conclude this one first. 4 teams remain, only 3 by the end of Inferno.
4 out of 5 pistols so far for MOUZ. Will this be 5 out of 6?
It's certainly going to feel like it's an all-in B, and it really is. Flamesy on the angle, supportive flash, backs are turned, and there's a flurry. Flamesy and Apex in unison, double kill. Messi getting an assist on every single one with his flashbang. Brollan, hold on!
2v2.
How's it gone wrong? Flamesy nosing at the back of the site, does well, dips into Jimmy, and that's a lovely finish. Flamesy's here. A quiet first half, but we know he's a monster on that B-bomb site, and he starts as he means to go on. A statement of intent in the pistol.
Yeah, massive one as well. Denying the bomb going down there. That is huge for second pistol vitality across the course of the series. That one is going to send echoes.
Valiant attempt on the clawback, pushing through that CT smoke. Brollan gets way more than he's worth.
I love watching these alley-oop setups, right? Messi, the hero of that, with some great flash work. Segregating the push, denying vision, causing chaos. They're going to force regardless here, MOUZ.
Interesting, okay.
I think that there's been a shift in the mentality, and you're seeing that from Exertion, especially with the surges down Banana with the fights. He clearly wants to fight, right? He wants to take the jewels. He does not respect vitality, or at least that's the way that he wants to.
He cannot afford to respect
exactly,
vitality.
right? Because this is a guy who does get put under the microscope, is going missing in some of the bigger matches. Now that dialogue is shifting.
Good time for it to shift ahead of the major.
There's no secret now of the force play. You hear those Tech 9s, you start to understand that maybe there is a bit more investment behind this. Oh, timing. Exertion playing in the fade.
Apex been setting up his boy, though. This time, nothing to report. Flamesy does get the info. Acceleration, block.
And exactly what they were looking for. It's all about pulling out these nades. So when you do go for the round finish, you have an open runway. Smokes and flashes, as assembling now in Banana. Messi called top mid clear. Does that inform Apex to call him over to help this B defense? 30 seconds, util lined up.
Scuttles at HE for some significant damage. They've got to make a move, chat. 20 seconds. It has to be that B finish. More chip damage from Apex's FAMAS. Flamesy, what have you got? Okay! He's definitely comfortable. 2 kills from the MP9. Messi from Apex. They might get that bomb down after all. Up and over from Exertion. Has
Jimmy's
to cool
low.
his jets. Jimmy on the flank. This is cheeky. Robs might flank him. No! Easy frag. Reveals his position. Exertion doesn't win out versus Flamesy. Coming to life is Flames. Long range from the Woo. Sprays him down.
Okay. And
Wow.
great understanding of the situation here from Zywoo. Drops that M4 straight across to his teammates, goes and picks up Ropsters off of the corpse of Jimmy. And you can see they're dialed in now, vitality. You're right, the bomb does go down. This was a great double.
What is that?
Yeah, absolute bullshit right there. So Flames has got 6 rounds. 6 kills in 2 rounds, excuse me. Zywoo going to be the bash brother of that one.
So many players, and I mean a lot of the fans, but even some professionals have a bad half like Flamesy and disappear for the rest. The fact he's just immediately pulled up his socks, said, this is my half. And now he's got the same amount of kills as Robs. Easy Brollan, easy Flamesy. Gets actually away with just 25 points of health. Could have been awkward.
Yeah, that plan did allow them to go for Tech 9s and armor. So they can keep the pressure on, and that's what you're hoping to do. Even if the round win isn't a guarantee, removing some rifles, maybe getting another plant, keeping the stress high for vitality. Now they are gambling away. Flames and Messi leaving Apex to his own devices on this site, who has a full belt of nades, but he has read the situation poorly. Do get over, and from long and short, they clear brackets. I know that Jimmy could be lurking in boiler or hall somewhere, but they might even start piping down mid.
Yeah, this is all onto Jimmy's Tech 9, though. Not the weapon you'd want at range. Confirms multiple bodies in middle. Quick reaction. Look at this. Instantaneous. Awareness shift from Vitality. They got the answers they needed. Apex has been throwing nades from different trajectories. It's hard for them to track.
They don't believe it. They don't think it's B.
Okay, this is actually going to come down to Apex having to do an awful lot here. Apex could be a one hell of a HE. Big damage is ringing. MOUZ, however, committing into the site. Apex in trouble, in jeopardy, still gets some output. By removing exertion, the retake will be on.
It's going to be a tough retake.
Especially now, and M4 has found its way into Jimmy's hands. Got low HP on Flamesy from the start. HE pull, big damage. Brollan worse for wear. Congregated towards the ruins. Looks like they want to fight here. Triple swing. Who wins? Jimmy shoots out Brollan. That's awkward. Still gets output from more. Down at the last by Robs.
Both teams opting to channel through CT there, and that was just a quadrant of death. That could have gone either way, right? Stray bullets landed in either way, and that one could have been a great pickup for MOUZ.
Yeah, not really a fault from Jimmy either, with considering 8 HP on Brollan after that barrage of HEs. He's just trying to put bullets down range.
And mission accomplished. I said you want to keep the stress high. You get into the site, you get the bomb down, and you force what is a pretty tough retake. So well done there for MOUZ. I understand it's not a conversion, but this next rifle round can mean an awful lot.
Let's get into it then, shall we? Round 16, map 3. Double digits or a very close game. Ouch, not how Spinks would have liked to have started. And a 3B start from Vitality.
Vision.
Flash, swing, frag. Exertion provides it. Flamesy's gone. Brollan doubles up. Surely there's only one man there. He's been throwing flashbangs. Hunting for him, and he walks into the crosshairs of Exertion.
They need to get the bomb, but this one, unless Zywo does something unheard of, should be over. Bomb's been picked up now. They will be able to return to that B bomb site. They have more smokes to lay in towards CT spawn, and that was way too easy. Going to do the half-wall smoke. It's nice to be able to get the one that lands on the tippy top of the wall to make sure that a player like Exertion doesn't have that level of vision. Jimmy's got a dud, but the bomb will go down. And that's a nice round to fill you with confidence. You're getting into B. Did it with the Tech-9s. I understand that they gamble stacked elsewhere. But this time, you dealt with 3, and you're right. As soon as they take down Mezzi and Flames, they know that Apex has to be lying in wait. These two stay alive. They can equip Apex and Mezzi with guns. Flamesy can buy himself, and they can be back off to the races with the rifles. But positive signs for MOUZ. They get their first round on the T-half. Still liking what we're seeing from Exertion. He has been involved in 8 opening exchanges. He's only won 3, but that's not having backed down. Here he gets an opening incision, Brollan follows up, and then Exertion clears the site. So the fact that he has continued to do that is what's necessary of your entry fragger, of your playmaker. Okay. Interesting decision from Apex in this one. Alex is going to inform the setup immediately as we do get that rally of kills. But Apex could have been dropped an M4 from Robs. He's decided to play with the Mag 7. Now, he's had some moments with it, but it feels more missed than hit.
There must be a reason he's so stubborn with it. He must be working well for him in the practice realms.
Zywo brings out the AWP on the other hand.
Exertion tries a different elevation, throws a couple of bullets over that half wall to no avail.
That's the thing, Apex does have to stay at close range.
Kind of determines how they're going to contribute to this one. Flamesy will extinguish. Oh, okay. Apex does choose to turn tail.
So they had a plan of how to get out of there, but how do you get back into it with giving over banana control? Do you search for mid?
Jimmy will smoke out. Robs is just going to chase him. Nearly lost control of that. Oof. Okay, Jimmy's gone. Lurk removed. Is it just going to be a B finish here?
They can see over this.
Yeah, mantles up, finds 2 on his screen. Messy spray. Brollan finds it, profits. MOUZ should have access to the site now. Mezzi detached. Way back in CT. He just wants to try and maintain some control. Look at the angle here from Exertion.
Oh.
Fumbled is util, still serves some purpose. Mag 7 on the retake, huh?
Drops the smoke banana, there's flashes to get in. These need to be picture perfect.
Exertion ready for the fight. Mezzi's lining up. Hey, that's the exertion guarantee.
There he is!
Exerts his will on the B-bomb site and takes us one round closer to a tied game.
Finally, the Counter-Strike world has been asking for this man to do it when it matters. And that one has massive ramifications in this second half. In the third and deciding map, he just decided, I'm going to shoot them all in the head. Watch this. That's what we want to see. That's what we need to see. If MOUZ are a true contender, with the major, with the conclusion of 2025 around the corner, they've been the bridesmaid. No one's scared of them when you get deep in a tournament. Oh, you beat Vitality, but you're missing in a grand final. You need your balls. And Exertion is dragging them through this one.
It used to be one of the shortest jokes you could tell in Counter-Strike. You say MOUZ and playoffs.
Ha.
Not anymore.
Oh, what a sequence. What a calm sequence.
Stunning, huh? Rops throws a little spanner into the works. That M4 finds immediate output. That's where that extra 2,900 has gone.
Was it just a gimmick?
I don't see a wild 3 USPs versus an entire MOUZ unit. Working their way in, Exertion still on that warpath. Wallbangs are connecting, everything's working. We got a 9-9 scoreline.
There's been a shift in this matchup, and that's based off of the head-to-head in the groups. And especially the train mental reversal in this semi-final. These games just feel like they're going to go the distance, that you're going to get this level of Counter-Strike, and it's great from the top down, the macro, the chessboard. Then you get the micro, like that Exertion moment right there, and you go, okay, wind them up, let them go. And they are the rounds that change the course of a game.
And those are the rounds that get under your skin if you're Mezzi. Teammates are asking for nades, you start to provide them. Exertion just swings in with a Ferrari peak. (9-9). Over at MOUZ HQ, however, it's quite the opposite. They're watching this one through their fingers, as it could very well be another grand final for MOUZ. Nice move from Brollan, satisfying output.
This B-bomb site is a problem now.
How many times have they got in? Every time they wanted it.
It feels like almost every round.
Apart from the pistol, you know, Flamesy did do damage at the start of things. He's cooled off now.
But even with the light Tech 9 buys, or the Force Tech 9 buy, the lighter one that followed, they were able to get in and plant, right? And that's how the pressure stayed on. So whenever they want to try and get into the site, they have been able to. And you can send the combo of Zywoo and Rops to be aggressive in apartments to deal with the Lurker Jimmy, but they have done that before, but they just can't hold on to the site. So showing some weakness.
They are just ready to fight, and they are succeeding. Flamesy flounders. Swings in for an early death. MOUZ might just try and twist the knife here. Apex is completely alone, and he's playing like this. The audacity from Dan Mattersclair. Down he goes, and MOUZ surely have an open runway now. The B-bomb site's calling their name. No block smoke thrown. And yet no commitment despite that across smoke thrown.
This would be a fumble and a half if they do waltz into a site, into a gamble stack. They did it on train.
No, we can see that Exertion and Spinks will they be making any move? This is where, you know, you don't want MOUZ to kind of overthink.
Yeah, and I think with Brollan, he'll search A. So he'll give them at least a way out or answers. They have plenty of time, so you're not overly concerned, and especially because they're about to knock on the door of the under-fortified site. Like if Brollan walked around and said, oh, it's clear, come back, guys, you might have an issue. But use your util. Strong execute. Secures you the 10th, so they will have to hold on to these. Lost bonus 2,900 into the next, and Xtaz just took a timeout. The conversation was, let's fight fire with fire, let's fight them in banana and not allow them to have this control, and you were snuffed out immediately.
Yeah,
now,
Brollan must have been waiting for that.
Yeah, and he's been good alongside of Exertion in banana. The two of them, nice wombo combo as the hunt is on. Look at this. They have so much residual cash. They do not want to allow Vitality to get a cheap buy off the back of this, right? If these three stay alive, they can drop two M4s and they're all good in the hood. You got to defend your honor right now, Vitality, if you want to gun round into the next.
Yeah, Jimmy's got a nade if they want to nade the smoke.
Oh, this is crazy.
Thrown. This is a round within the round. Trying to hold on to their guns. Vitality are vulnerable, susceptible. A wrap on the short side. Time sensitive from MOUZ on this hunt. Spotted now. Good one from ZywOo. Back turn from Graveyard. Two on the short side. They will remove his gun. Another to fall.
Oh, no.
It's all going wrong. Rob's trying as hard as he might just to have something into the next, and Torchy's spray does not connect. Okay.
You might have to give over 11 here, right? If you kept those three alive, or even two, then you could have justified the full buy. I think in this situation, you are going to have to just take the safe for the two options, but I can see them already starting to equip. This is how it started. Brollan has ball of vision. That's easy. And then Apex hanging around. This is to bail out. He needs a kill or two to stall this round. They're just straight back underway. They bought in. They've gotten ZywOo with the AWP. He's going to be the man over towards B.
Yeah, I mean, when in doubt, send ZywOo to work it out.
Yeah, but you two will deal with this.
Yeah, he's going to have to work out the safety.
Oh!
And he peeks into Exertion! ZywOo put down. Necessary trade. Flames, what can you do?
He needs to get out.
Dips away just about with 17 points of health to his name.
He's found the AWP. Now, this is not a weapon we often see in his hands, but because he's low on HP, Bogdan's Law would have done this on the T side. I don't know about the CT.
Just has to hold his line and be that canary in the coal mine.
You have to hope you have the read of the round right now. You have to hope that Mezzy and Rops can give you something. Mezzy has had a tough tournament. Normally we talk about him as being the safe man when the chips are down. He's had a couple of Tech 9 rounds, but not that usual output. And from B site, hits after hit, you would think that maybe Vitality would want to lean, they'd want to gamble, they'd want to cheat, but no. They've kept this defense heavy over towards A for now. Again, at that 45-second mark, it does look like it will be the A finish. Apex is going to need to get ahead of this util. Rops and Mezzy need to combine.
You need to see output out of the duo. Apex the third piece. Sping starts his crawl, 30 seconds. How does Robs fare? Multiple bodies now out on the bow. And there's a nice distraction. Profit! That's the duo in action! Vitality make mincemeat of MOUZ.
Feels nice as well. You've just called the bluff. You've lost to so many B hits that you've stacked A. Right at this moment, it's the Mayans. MOUZ are thinking to themselves, surely they're going to gamble B. No, that's not the case. The money's there. We're tied up again. And this is beautiful, right? It's all about just the smallest of margins there. Imagine Mezzy's on his way in as opposed to the way out. Robs gets caught, and the kills cascade the other way. ZywOo gets that AWP back. We go again. He sounded off down middle early, so they know the AWP has started A. Can't believe these rifles on B again. 2 mollies, and you are stuffed.
Oh, there they are in the sky. What does he have to do now? Flamesy has to stick around. Apex tries to bail out. A secondary block smoke just to ensure. No funny business on the half wall.
Take a look at the radar. ZywOo's position is early in the round. He's playing Speedway, so fast rotation available, but spam through Exertion almost again. 20
frags deep from Exertion. He is matching, if not exceeding our expectations.
You have to, you can't brave that. You feel that MOUZ have to finish B.
It's worked so often.
And that's it. But they've gotten a player up mid. Spinks has slipped for the lurk.
Yeah, this is actually where he does some of his very best work from this very position. Jimmy now abandons, knows the job is done. Spinks is parked. ZywOo considering that as an option, even considering the boost, but a very well-placed flashbang.
They have to go B, and now. There's no question, you have to go.
Yeah, but it's Flamesy's sight. Has he got it? Loses vision, loses sight. One drops through, still only the one.
Apex is low.
Important from Exertion. I think the bomb will go down. ZywOo has just about now arrived on the site. He has got a nade. Jimmy, just enough health to survive this. Oh! Denied! Apex bowls him over. Chaos reigns. Bomb retrieved. Smoke fades. ZywOo spots out the other piece. Knows Exertion's at the back of the side towards the dark side. It's now a Torji head-to-head with ZywOo. Swaps out to the rifle and spots out Xertion. Has he got a clutch in him? Too many bodies, too little time. A 1 versus 3. They're closing in, and that's a wicked 6 shot out of Robs. Real quick round in the corner.
Team Ace. Yeah, Vitality. These are touch-and-go moments. Those nades landing perfectly denied the plan. And at that moment, the smokes are starting to fade, and it just falls into disrepute.
I can't believe it. 59. 59 damage. It could not have been placed any better. It lands in the top pocket of Jimmy's MOUZ jersey.
Third tactical timeout, final tactical timeout. An opportunity to keep Vitality away from 12.
We got a rivalry. I mean, and right at the tail end of the season, you know what, Major weeks away. We thought this tournament would be an opportunity, a dress rehearsal, see who is going to be really a contender at the Major.
Yeah, perfect. Look at that. Call out the double nades.
Oh, they doubled him. Perfect.
A great shot here from Robs as well. All right, well, timeout taken. Money is there. Both teams fully invested for this one. But it'll still be a conversation down the stretch if MOUZ can scoop up another. ZywOo Zorb starting B again. Bit more of a tempered pace from MOUZ this time round. Want to avoid any early damage. And saying that, Brollan and Exertion have had a lick done to either. Been high octane, the intensity throughout, even though some of them have been 45, 30-second finishes on the rounds. It's been the skirmishes back and forth like this, where the pressure has been high.
Yeah, they're actually really going quite fast on that. Exertion leading the pack. But dear! You've got to get past ZywOo's orb! Buy one, get one free with the AWP. Bang on, that's an overextension from Robs. Rare, Mezzy and Apex, they thought they had that 3A setup sound. Spinks catches Robs' forward momentum, and now Weird. Good block util thrown out by Mezzy. Still, walking in on Apex's position. Jimmy progressing. Trying to link up with Spinks on abs. Crosses through, backward touch. Apex gets something. Mezzy, though, not so lucky. He gets away with his life at least. Flamesy found Spinks on abs. A Torji 1v3. He's got no time for this. This is for 12. Vitality, they just need to put this man down, and they'll be one away from equalizing the head-to-head. There we have it. 12, it reads first in this semi-final for Vitality Map 3. How bad is the economic situation, Chad? How desperate are MOUZ?
That plant goes a long way. An extra bit of cash is going to help them out with a couple of rifles here.
2.
It's going to be the choice right there. That's the stunner, that's the showstopper, that's the ZywOo moment. 18 kills.
Whoa, and Flamesy even chipping in.
Yeah, top of the scoreboard for Vitality. Trying to track down Exertion's 22. But that's impact written all over it. Just one more. Galil's, AKs, Tech9.
ZywOo all over the shop. This time starts out mid. Early two-man push. Oh my God, ZywOo's playing a dangerous game up against Tech9's in the smoke. He hides out. Will they find him? Weird one. He's surrounded next to Torji in the smoke. Backs the turn. ZywOo strikes, gets away. 5-7 ready for the Torji trade. It's still an equal affair. Mezzy gets caught. There's ZywOo caught. Brollan's finding the frags. Everything's necessary. Everything lines up. Robs arrives. The backstab connects, a 2-on-2.
Bombs in graveyard.
This is Counter-Strike. Flamesy's trapped. Jimmy's got him booked. Full belt of util. Could bail himself out of trouble. Doesn't even know he's in trouble. They're waiting for Rops to play, but this is Rops we're talking about. Moto smoked. Flamesy reacts. Knows that came from the graveyard side. Rops goes looking for him, and he finds him! wins them both. That's game. Oh my goodness. Apex kept us on tenterhooks throughout. MOUZ brought their A game. Vitality found theirs eventually.
This head-to-head, it rages on all year long. This was their 7th playoff head-to-head, but that record reads 6-1. And this is revenge. A dish best served in front of 10,000 people. A grand final. Another one awaits Vitality. This has been their year.